I hit the wrong button.
Are we live?
We're live, yeah. Hit the wrong button. Nobody knows I hit the wrong button, so I'll admit we hit the wrong button in there. Now everyone knows that I hit the wrong button. Good morning, and welcome to my Hit the Wrong Button Day. It's actually been about 20 minutes of hit the wrong button. So having a nice cup of Irish coffee. Thank you very much, Jerry. Thank you very much, Ben B. Lynch. But Irish coffee's got nice, good, strong caffeine, like
Coffee or tea?
coffee does. Irish tea.
Irish tea, yeah.
Yes, much like coffee, and raging a little bit. I'm better now, but I was.
Jack of all trades said, audio is good, video is good, and duct tape coffee is good.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Jack of all trades. I appreciate the quick check on that. You good, Joe?
Yeah, I'll drop in just a little bit.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. Anyway, hello guys. So actually managed, I believe. Let me double check. It still says unlisted, right? I didn't manage to mess that up again. Yep, it's unlisted. Good. Welcome to the Patreon only portion of the live stream this week.
It's okay. I feel like people got a little bit of a taste of,
Right. And after 3 weeks off, it was probably really nice for everyone to be able to have a 3-hour live stream. Even though this is supposed to be special extra stuff for you guys. And honestly, thank you guys so very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah. So, big thank you to Nora very much for helping out with not only moderating all the chat here on the live stream, but also being the main moderator. Although Nora, I've had people say they'd be willing to come on and help if you want someone else to come in too. Not that that's up to you necessarily, but whatever. It's one of those things we haven't talked about. Anyway, so thank you very much for all of your time and effort with that in the Minecraft server and the Discord server and moderating the chat here. And I'm rambling. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Nora.
Yeah, thank you.
So we are here.
We are here.
We are unlisted.
We are unlisted. So only you guys can see us. Only
For now.
Trash Panda can see us. Hello, Trash Panda and Mini Panda. For now, exactly.
For now, yes. All you future people, we love you.
Yes. Totally love all of you future people. You people are very important too. So to all of you who I'm not...
Take your time to be and enjoy our live streams. We appreciate you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, it's fine. That's what we're doing. Cobb Corn says, finally able to catch one on time. Excellent. Hello, Cobb Corn.
Oh, that's a lot hotter than I thought it was. Whew. I topped it off.
Oh, okay.
It was cold a second ago.
It was cold a second ago, and then you topped it off, right?
Mm-hmm. I just burnt my taste buds, so...
Oh, delightful. Now you won't taste anything.
No, not for a few.
Not for a while.
Not till tomorrow.
Ralph Morick says, hey. Hello, Ralph!
Hello.
Ralph was in the Netherlands, and whenever I'm playing Minecraft, which is fairly often, Ralph is usually on, so it's been really a lot of fun. It's really very cool. So with the Minecraft server, Ralph, thank you. With the Minecraft server, you've been a lot of help with teaching me how to play, what to look at, what not. And the other thing that I realized that why I've really been enjoying the Minecraft server and why I'm enjoying playing Minecraft and the social aspect of it is because of the voice chat that's enabled with Discord. Mm-hmm. Back in 2000, when EverQuest was a thing, I was unemployed, and a good friend of mine was doing overnight. He wasn't security; he was the overnight tech support for people who installed security systems.
Okay, so when they usually get the bings going off, he was the one.
He was only there for the techs that did the installations, who only worked 9 to 5. But he had to be there overnight to babysit the server.
Oh.
Right? So he would get to work, he would spend the first hour finishing up all the emails that nobody else wanted to do during the day. And then he pretty much had to sit there in case the server went bad. And if it went bad, he had to call someone to come in and fix it. He wasn't allowed to touch it. That was his job.
So he's paid to be a warm body.
He was paid to be a warm body. So there was an 800 number you could call into tech support at the place. So I had a nice, wall connected phone, got a headset, would call up 1-800, get my friend Nick, and put on a headset. We'd play EverQuest for 6-7 hours every single night. He was on the clock. He only played while he was on the clock. And honestly, when that stopped, I had no interest in in big online games anymore because the voice chat that I had using the telephone in 2000 spoiled the shit out of me.
But we have that technology now.
We have that technology now, and now it's back, and I'm
Right?
talking to Ralph, and it's great.
If you want to talk to Odin, you can join the Minecraft server too.
Yes, you can.
I
So
haven't figured it out yet.
but you will be joining it.
I'm working
Yes.
on it.
So all of you future people who are not watching, absolutely. One of the Patreon levels is that you get access to the Minecraft server, which also gets you access to the Discord server, which gets you access to the pre-show that we're talking about right now that you're watching, recorded to all you fine folk in the future. But yeah, it's a private server. There's a number of people who are building. I'm not. It's been back and forth with whether or not PvP is enabled, but for the most part, I'm not interested in PvP. I like building, so I don't feel the need to run out and raid someone else's camp.
Okay.
If that
So
makes
it's a
any sense.
makerspace.
It's a makerspace, yeah. And in fact, Nora built a makerspace.
I heard that there was a whole media center built.
Yes, at Spawn, there is a representation of the media center built with a giant Odin Makes logo in the sky above it. So on the hillside opposite of the media center, I built my compound when I first started playing. I built into the hillside, built like this, bunker, and put a big glass wall. So when I stood at the crafting table, the first crafting table I made, I could look out at the media center and my logo.
Frame the view.
Yeah, frame the view exactly.
Put a window.
And
Yeah.
since then, I've dug a lot of tunnels and played around, and I've actually got a underground Hogan Zero style tunnel that pops up right about where we are standing within the media center. So for those of you who can go onto the Minecraft server, if you go into the media center, there's a trap door way kind of in the back corner. That is approximately where I'm standing right now in the real life media center. So, because otherwise it's empty inside.
I was wondering about that. I was like, did they get the floor plans? Or
I don't think
they're online technically.
they are online. No, it's easy to find. Yeah, sacramentomediacenter.com. But I don't think the resolution is there. It would end up having to be such a huge building.
Right, to just try and
Yeah, so it's, what Nora put together is actually really pretty cool. It's got the logo on the front of the building. It's got the doors, got the address, it's got the bushes, got the steps. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are we doing today?
Apparently Joe is sus.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Always has been.
By the way, other Patreon benefits besides Minecraft, every Friday we play Among Us from 11 a.m. to noon, California time. And Joe is sus. It's amazing how often Joe ends up being the imposter within the game. And
Always vote Joe.
yeah, just vote Joe.
Just vote Joe.
Just vote Joe. Anyway,
Joe is us.
what are we doing today? Well, I'm still down to just kind of interact with the patrons a little bit for the next half hour, and talk about. We can talk about what we're trying to do though, and start to brainstorm it, because we decided that we're going to actually start making puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna do self puppets.
self puppets.
Instead of self portraits, we're gonna do self puppets.
So this isn't like skin ourselves and turning into our own meat puppet. We're gonna make like foam
Well,
ones
to
with
each
fleece.
their own. If that's what inspires you, I don't judge. But you can make a self. I feel like the challenge should be whatever's in the media center.
Okay.
There's so many things to build.
There's a lot of
Like, what can we make
What can we make
with
using
what we have
on
here?
hand? That's great.
And it's not like you don't have a ton of foam and
Foam and
glue
foam and glue
some
and-
tape and
And we've got fur, and I've got some hair. Depending on how that wants. I think. Anyway, yeah, okay,
so I was thinking self puppets.
okay,
Figure out how we could do this.
yeah, cool.
No pre-planning.
No. Although my head's racing along with it. All right, yeah, I can do that with
All right,
the
how am I
eyes.
going to do this?
I can do that. Yeah.
I'm going to use spoons for the eyeballs.
Exactly.
I already decided that.
Got spoons. Exactly. First thing came to mind was, well, I got lots of extra lightsaber tips, but those are like 1 inch and perfectly symmetrical. It's like, nah, those are Kermit eyes. I want spoons. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got plenty of white spoons, and
Where
we
are
put
those at?
eyelids at it.
Up front?
Yeah, spoons. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the storage room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I could grab some.
There's
But
the-
I feel like we have to build the base before we can
I
start
think we
decorating.
do,
Even
yeah.
though I always like decorating, it's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Let's make it look pretty.
Let's make it look pretty.
But we have to
So,
do
yeah,
a base first.
We'll definitely do that. And for those of you who don't know my history, building puppets is what got me started with working with foam and contact cement. Because I took a puppetry class at American River College a lifetime ago.
And I professionally made puppets quite a few times
Quite
now.
a few times, yeah.
Quite a few times. It started, I wouldn't say the first thing I did, but one of the bigger first projects I did was that episode where Smosh was all puppets. And
Right.
Ryan was like, never again!
Right. Just like Trey Parker and Matt Stone with Team America. It's like, oh, we'll do this Super Marionette Thunderbird movie. It'll be great. And then it was 10 times harder than just making a normal movie.
You think it's easier.
Yeah, you think it's easier, but no.
Oh my gosh, you have to have like strong arm muscles.
Everything
And
has to be built.
coordination and yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing existing that you can go shoot at unless you want to go lay down in a miniature golf course. There's no sets that exist. You have to build
Interesting.
everything.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that Team America ran into. You know,
Yeah.
it won't matter for us. But
No, I know. I was just kind of thinking about
yeah,
the puppets I've made and the environments they've been in and what we did because they had the DeLorean
Right.
with the Smosh ones.
they redid a Barbie Jeep.
Yeah, scale.
Scale. Totally.
Yeah.
Barbie Jeep, DeLorean. It works.
Yeah,
Don't
and
worry.
we built all the sets because like we even had like a little Jenna Marbles puppet and the dogs because I had
Okay.
to make her puppies
Okay.
out of stuffies. They were cute. But yeah, the scale. I didn't even think about that because I wasn't doing the sets. I was costuming puppets.
Right.
Or yeah, we're anyway.
Which, depending on what you're doing, you might be able to get toddler clothes, but
No, we did.
Okay.
Toys R Us had really good grown-up baby clothes. Like,
yes, they did. They used Kids R Us and Toys R Us. Yes, they did.
yeah, they had really good like collared shirts that looked like Ian and Anthony's and stuff. And they were really cute little. They fit the puppets perfectly, newborn size. You know.
So I need to go get a newborn size like black polo.
No, I will just sew that. It'll take 2 seconds.
Sweet. I'm sure I got plenty of sacrificial
fabric.
black
Yeah.
polos you can recut from. That's there's glue on the front, but you got like a yard of fabric on the back to work with.
Yeah, no, like if you had like a button up, I'd say it's worth it to go buy.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
because the buttons and the things and it's just, why not just buy it done? But a polo T-shirt, I'm like,
Right.
that's
Doesn't
easy.
even need to have the buttons on the polo, which I realize my T-shirt
Actually,
doesn't.
you could glue those on. At
That's
that
true.
Point. You're
That's
such a
true.
good- you know what I mean? But having an actual placket.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line, apparently.
That's fine. That's too much work. It's
Yeah.
there's a lot of planning and making sure stuff fits together.
But we need to start with the foam bases.
Okay, yeah. How are we going to start? Right, it's foam bases.
We're decorating already. We have to get not decorating.
Of course, we're decorating. That's the fun part.
Right?
So, gonna basically make a Pac-Man with maybe a wet the foam board for the mouth. So when you squeeze it shut, you get the corners in the mouth.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a full 90-degree Pac-Man. It could be a little smaller.
Well, honestly,
So-
just a slit with the things where you can put your hands in.
Mm-hmm.
It gives that look because remember those puppets I built right over there? The
a little
the
bit, yes.
wigs and the things. I just had the top piece
Mm-hmm.
that my hand went into, and then the bottom piece was just a separate. So it did that Pac-Man thing
Okay.
naturally.
Naturally. Oh, okay.
top of
Right,
the head.
because the fleece is what gave the fleece skin is what gave
Yeah, and I had a piece of cardboard that was like a circle, just folded in the middle.
right,
That was my inside of the mouth, so I did the interior screen.
right.
What's that called? Uvula?
Yes.
Uvula.
The thingy that hangs down to the back of your throat. Don't touch it. Yeah.
Draw the uvula in there, and then
Right.
the tongue, the whole spacing. Really, I wish we could get into Raoul's stuff so I could show you guys the puppets. 'Cause I think he has 2 or 3, but they might be over at his place. But
Yeah, I don't know where the puppets are. I don't know if they're up in his loft or not.
yeah, no, I don't think they're in this loft. I think they're in a box because he had a couple kits.
Okay.
Yeah, I built a few puppets.
Right.
I made a little bubblegum fur thing where it was just a pink fur ball, and it had a lot of personality because it was around the wrist.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, it looked a lot crazier than it was. It was super simple, where just
Right.
a piece of pink fur
Right.
with the rubber band around a ball thing, and it had a lot of personality and it was dancing more than
Right.
anything else. But it was just a piece of fur. I loved that puppet. It was
Yeah.
so cute.
I remember helping a friend who was trying to make puppets at one point. He was trying to get the good puppet hair, and ended up going to a thrift store and buying a bunch of stuffies because it's got the really thin, wispy hair. So you tear apart the stuffed lion and you tear apart the stuffed whatever and use that for the puppet hair. Then you get that hair, that Fraggle Rock hair that moves.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
boas, feathers, fur, sacrificing stuffed animals.
Sacrificing stuffed animals.
And then I also like the real wig. I was always a fan of
Yeah.
Mary Sue or Mary whatever her name was, the little
Mary Kate and Ashley?
that little puppet that's pink with the real hair.
Oh, okay.
With whichever name that one was.
Right, okay.
Because there's like Bert and Ernie style where they're the foam heads. There's
Right.
the Cookie Monster style where he's more of a
Blue fur thing.
he's like a bag.
He's a bag.
With
He
a-
is.
with
He's a two-person bag. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Like when you break them down into what they are, there's different types.
Yeah. Fozzie's like that, and so is
Yeah.
Rolf. They're all that
Yeah.
bag. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I like I wish I remembered her name. Mary Ellen, Mary Sue, she has the little blue dress with the blonde hair and she's pink. And she always,
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's kind of like what I have in head to
Okay.
starting point. We'll see what we end up with, but we need to make some kind of something to decorate.
Something to decorate. We need to make some, and then so we've got plenty of foam, and we can still talk about it. I would like to see what the people are saying. Would you like to interact with our viewers?
Yes,
a
let's
little
go
bit?
interact with people, and I will see. Be right back.
Oops,
Oops, sorry.
sure. So I'm still just barely past the first comment. Let's see. Trash Panda says, "Don't forget to set it to private this time." I had to set it as unlisted, actually. Not that you need to technically know the differences, but you have private, scheduled, unlisted, and public, and those are the things that you can do with a YouTube video. If it's unlisted, then anybody who has the URL can see it. If it's private or scheduled, only I can see it, which makes it really kind of annoying. And then public, everyone can see it. Because it'd be nice to just schedule it so it click over at noon automatically, but no one else can look at it.
I like that word.
Leah Jones says hi. Hi, Leah. Ralph. Same here. You must be talking about how much fun it is to talk to him at Minecraft. And yeah, slow mode is already on. Yeah, sorry. Kara's here. Hello, Kara. Joe is sus. Marcus Miller. Enjoyed StocktonCon and thank you for the encouragement to keep trying out prop making. Awesome. Hello again, Marcus.
Yes.
It was
Always
nice meeting
keep
you.
prop making because if it makes you happy, that's the important part.
That's the important part. John Paramore. I'm here, but at work.
Well, I'm glad you're having fun. I tend to rewatch this at work anyways.
Oh, okay, good.
During the just tedious tasks.
Ooh, there's I actually need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I've got an upcoming podcast interview that I did a long time ago, but the guy's going to finally put it out. Sean J. He's a magician. He's on Masters of Illusion on the WB network. Because the new season of Masters of Illusion is coming out here soon-ish. I'm
That's
not sure if
cool.
it's next week or 2 weeks. Anyway, he's finally got it edited down to what he wants. I haven't double checked it to say, yeah, that looks great, because I'm sure it looks great. I'm not worried about it.
Right.
No, wasn't worried about what I said the first time, so I'm not worried about it if you cut it down. But that's coming up. So there's another interview that I don't even remember doing because it was like back in May. In fact, I've got a magazine over there he sent me. I should probably go grab it.
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh, see what people are saying. Got Band Geek saying hello. Hello. And got good evening from Detlef P. And Trash
Oh,
Panda.
Detlef.
And Odin Muppet. That's the goal.
Odin Muppet. That is the goal. It'd be great because SKS Props has already got a puppet of himself, so it'll be Attack of the Muppets.
Yeah. Cobbed Corn wants to know. He says, hello, Odin. I have a question about the Minecraft server.
Oh, okay.
Probably going to have to ask Joe, by the way.
Probably. That's
Yeah.
the wrong camera. Let me zoom the other one. That one's too close.
Okay.
Oh, so that
He
was like
says,
a
I want to
workout.
join Minecraft and play both Bedrock and Java. Will I be able to join both?
Yes, the server that we have is a Geyser server, and both editions can connect to the server. I play Bedrock on Windows 10, but there are times that it hiccups, and it's weird because it's running through this extra step to make sure the two things talk to each other. So, like riding a horse, it'll rubber band on any fence post because you can tie a horse to a fence post, right?
Oh.
So if I'm not near a fence post, he rides fine. But if I get close to a fence, anyway. A weird thing I've noticed, but yes, it'll work with both Bedrock and with Java 10, with Java, so you're good however you wanted to play. And if you do want to, if you do get on, you'll get an automatic message from the Patreon server to help you get logged in because we need to know some criteria to make sure you get whitelisted so you can get on the server.
Oh, that's what Jack of all trades was saying.
Okay.
In the chat.
Excellent. But then Joe will also, help take care of that. He's been pretty immediate with it.
Yeah, I was laughing because you're just saying what.
Just saying what
what Jack of all trades says.
Was saying possibly.
Yeah, it's saying I bet you could ask Joe as long as it's not another person, and Joe controls the whitelist. So yes.
There you go.
yeah, what you were saying.
You know, the pandemic's mostly over. Joe's able to go back to. He has a part-time job. He works for the Sacramento Library.
Yeah.
And he was laughing because the other day, you know, he was able to whitelist somebody and get them on the server while at work. It's on his phone. Here we go.
Yeah. And Strict David wants to know how you join the Minecraft server.
Joining this Minecraft server, let's see. Strict David, you're already at the level, right? I think so. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. So it's the $10 level or higher gets you access to the Minecraft server. So once you have that access, Joe will whitelist you. Definitely talk to him about that. When you log in, at least with Bedrock, I go over to, because you can start your own world, and then there's a couple clicks over where I can do server. You know, choose what server I'm going to play. I'm able to go there, scroll to the bottom, and I can find the Odin Makes server. I'm trying to remember if I had to do something special to make that populate. I
haven't joined yet because I'm a little...
Yeah.
Joe showed me a video. Watch this before, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be a minute before I join.
Right, exactly. Joe will help you log in and do this. This isn't the first time. Joe's ran a Minecraft thing at the library before.
What's his name on the Discord? Next Grade Gunpla.
Next Grade Gunpla.
So
yeah.
talk to Next Grade Gunpla on the Discord, and he will hook you up because he's awesome.
Hook you up. Yep.
So, yeah.
And yeah, he's pretty much able to do it fairly quickly as long as he's awake.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, that'd be great.
What should we do to get started on our puppets? Is my question.
Did we? I'm kind of curious. Did we catch up?
We more or less. We got Ralph Morick saying he's going to get me another coffee mug. This mug is too small, and Carousel Skywalker says, Ralph, if you put duct tape around the coffee, I hear it's 3 times more stronger.
Oh, there you are.
And then we have Ralph Morick ordering some duct tape coffee now.
Sweet.
Just remember, it doesn't matter the brand, as soon as it has the duct tape.
It's duct tape coffee.
Right?
Okay, so how are we going to get started?
We need a head basis.
We need a head basis. What I remember starting with, because college, we were using basically paper plates, and that became the beginning of the mouth, and we kind of just worked off of that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I remember. I
used cardboard.
Yeah.
Paper plates make sense.
Cardboard. I'm tempted to use 4mm wet-the-foam because I know
It's
cardboard. It's my thing, and I know cardboard breaks down.
Yeah. No, I know.
Wet-the-foam will break down too, but it'll take a lot longer.
Last in those landfills for a while.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Much longer than cardboard will, but the rest of the puppet would last longer than the cardboard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think basically we make mouths and then...
heads over the mouths.
Heads over the mouths.
And then we can start giving them skin and flesh.
You can start giving them skin and flesh, and we can start playing with spray adhesives and fleece, and we can maybe make ears and hair and whatnot.
Yeah, start accessorizing, because I feel like once you have the base of once you can decorate it, and it becomes a thing.
And then it becomes the puppet-only live stream where all we ever do is make cosplay for our puppets. Probably not.
No, but I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, not opposed to it.
Spider-Man puppet.
Spider-Man puppet.
So...
Guar puppets.
Water puppet?
They're already Muppets anyway. Like Sweetums and Big Bird and those big full body puppets. That's all Guar really is. They're just big Muppets. No offense, Guar.
But in the good way.
Yeah, totally in the good way. Yeah.
It makes me think of that one puppet.
Yep.
The Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal Chamberlain. Yes.
That's what I've had stuck in my head thinking of puppets.
I still need to watch the Netflix Dark Crystal.
I haven't watched it either. It scared me as a child, so I was
okay.
a little...
I loved it as a kid. Then I watched it a little later and went, oh, I see what my parents mean by, this is a real simple story. But it's a great movie. It's a beautiful movie.
I remember losing some few nights of sleep over that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a little frightening when you watch the life essence get sucked out of a podling. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
that's
a
little disturbing.
That was a little disturbing for
Why did my babysitter let me watch now? But yeah.
Because it's a Jim Henson movie.
Because my parents wouldn't let me, but the babysitter didn't know better.
Right, or just didn't care.
Right? They went to bed real quiet. I don't know. But yes, so.
Yes, Nora, there is a train. Actually, now I haven't set the train cam up in a long time because I didn't know if that was becoming too weird for the newer viewers who had no idea why there was a train cam. But once again today, while there's no train cam, there's a train parked back there. It's just idling, parked back there. They've been doing that for the past month or so.
Proof we're live.
Yeah,
Sorry.
proof we're live. Sorry.
There's some texture in the sound.
Yeah.
Sound guys would hate me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
puppets.
Puppets.
Puppets,
Puppets.
puppets, puppets. You
Puppets.
brought over phone, and I ran off, so.
So, this isn't important. Well, I brought it out. This is the Sean J. I was talking about the thing coming up. You look for puppet stuff. So this is the magician that I've got my podcast coming up with, and he was nice enough to send me a. I keep hitting fade to black instead of dissolve. You know, it's here's my own magazine cover of me, Odin. It's like I get it. I send stuff of me off to other people, so that's totally cool. But that's the guy I'm talking to, and I have talked to a few times since. So that is coming up. I will, once I know the date for sure, I'll absolutely be sharing that on my Patreon, and then when it gets closer to the release date, we'll share it on social media. But as soon as I know, I'll try and post it so all of you guys will know. Done with that.
Are you?
Yes, I'll stop talking about the magician I talked to.
Okay. This is a little hard from this angle.
You've got a tag.
So what's it to you?
To you.
I know. I found a puppet when I was looking for puppet stuff.
Right. No, that's great. I like this is the hair that I like. The super wispy.
Yeah, the fur.
The fur.
Yeah. I love it. It's just so simple.
Yeah.
It's a ball of fur and a ball of fur.
It is a ball of fur and a ball of fur, and then.
And it tippy taps.
Come here.
Ah, no, don't. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Ah! Is that a mustache? I think he has a little bit of a mustache going on.
Is it a mustache?
It's a little bit of face fur. That's a different color.
Wasn't sure if it was a mustache or if it was a mouth.
Well, he's sticking his tongue out, so.
Oh, okay. Suppose I was paying too much attention to
I don't know. It's
that tag on the side, and here, let's make sure you're all fluffed.
So, we gotta build puppets, and I got distracted.
Of course we got distracted. Hi, welcome to the Distraction Show. How's it going? Oh, hey, I got a text. All right.
That one's my phone.
I know.
All right,
But it
we
was convenient
should-
for the joke.
The foam, what the foam?
The what the phone?
Scraps are all over there. I feel like we could just do it out of scraps to kind of get.
Totally can do that, scraps. Partly why I've got all the scraps over here. Of course, all the black stuff I'm grabbing isn't the what the foam. There's a piece of what the foam. Do you want what the foam? Do you want cardboard? What do you want?
I'll go with the scrap of what the foam, or
Okay.
yeah, or whatever.
Or whatever.
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 Is there not more? It's okay.
Not
I can
another
use.
one that I think is big enough. Swipe off the camera anyway.
So, Jerry Rig Prop said, "Stupid powder outage. What did I miss? Not much. We're still haven't started yet, but we're making puppets." Marcus Miller has a question.
Okay.
So, in building a detachable foam sword, what mechanism would you use to allow to detach from the hilt? So, if you want to take the hilt off from the...
Take the hilt off from the blade. Okay. Yeah, because the painter's pole thing is going to be way too big.
But I would still probably find a handle that attaches to something else. I don't, like a...
Well, yeah, definitely.
But what would you do? That's the question.
Oh, it's a good question. I'd still be able to use that.
Yeah, the
That's
next
gonna.
one.
I'm trying to think of what thing that. Okay, so something that unscrews is the first thing that comes to mind because that's what I'm used to doing. That can't be the only thing, but the first thing that comes to mind. what if the sword had a tang that went into the grip, which is generally how swords are made anyway, and then you had something that went through the grip that held the tang in place. So when it came time to do it, you could do like an elevator bolt or a Chicago screw that went through the hilt that could then release the tang of the full blade, and then if you wanted to put on a broken blade or something else, you could could put it back in. This is assuming you said foam sword, right?
Yeah, he said foam sword. Yeah.
So you'd have to have a more solid tang a little bit. It couldn't just be a foam tang, which I'm usually using graphite rods or golf clubs or something. So that would still work.
I think that's where your key is what you're using to like whatever handle you have, that it can have a locking mechanism and an unlock, releasing mechanism, because that's where you can't make it too permanent.
Right.
And you can't make it too non-permanent.
Then of course it depends on how big it is. I mean, if you start, sword is a good generalization, but if this is like a large anime sword or something where you've got a larger grip and a larger blade, totally just use the painter's extension poles.
Yeah, they use the screw to keep it together.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be the painter's extension poles. I mean, on the top of Gungnir, it's that's the typical screw that's used for paint rollers, and painting, and then I've got a plastic paint roller handle smashed into this. So you can get the plastic paint rollers at the dollar store, and this same thread is actually also on wooden plungers. So you might be able to find both of these parts at the dollar store.
Yeah.
The
so
middle
finding
section
a
undoes.
detachable handle.
Yeah, this is actually a little bit of a different thread. But it's still ultimately the same diameter. This is the wooden thread that Ace Hardware sells as their multi-piece painter's extension pole. So, because getting a cheap wooden one isn't as easy as it was 15 years ago. Everyone sells fiberglass ones now. All the big box hardware stores, anyway.
Yeah, makes sense.
But some push brooms and cheap have a similar thread that'll still work with the paint roller too. So plunger, broomstick, paint thing, all that will work, but you're looking at something that's an inch wide, so your sword's going to have to be big enough to handle that, right?
So a teeny tiny one may not work.
So yeah, if you're trying to do a katana, then that's not going to work out. But if you want to do some sort of giant whatever.
Yeah.
I can picture the word in my head, but I sure as heck can't say it right. But anyway, if you want to do something big, that could work. Big old ruby sword or something.
Okay. Lee Brainwith?
Oh, Lee. Hello, Lee.
Lee Brainwith.
Yes, Lee is local.
Oh.
Yes.
It's not the Lee I know, is it? No, that's his name. Last name's different. Sorry.
I don't know if you know Lee. Lead, but apparently not.
No. For puppet tips, check out Adam Krutinger's channel.
Yes.
And then
Absolutely. I've talked to Adam a couple of times, and super nice guy.
So people seem to be excited about Muppets.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Where do they get the name Muppets? And then
Did someone answer?
yes, Jack of all
Okay.
trades said. Well, Artman said people thought that Jim Henson got the name from marionette and puppet, but Henson said he just thought Muppet sounded fun.
Okay.
I always assumed it was like the mix between mop and puppet.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I had always heard it was the mix between marionette and puppet because you had the rod arms yeah.
Yeah. But Muppet sounds adorable. Put your hand down first to see how big of a circle. I think you should at least.
I'm looking at 5 inch, or 6 inch.
I think you should do it to the full max because you can always pull it down once you get it cut out.
Theoretically.
Hopefully.
Well, not with this tool I can't, but it doesn't have to be perfectly round. This will give me perfectly round, which is why I like it, right?
Yeah.
But
If you're trying to do the half circle.
well, this will give me a full circle, but
No, I know. The half circle in half. Like, that feels
Yeah.
a little small.
It feels a little small? Okay.
Because this is like my hand size, I suppose.
Right.
And I would still be back here a little bit
Okay.
in the puppeteering.
Gotcha. I'm just playing my toy.
No, I know. I like your toy. That's why I'm like, let me put my hand down and see about that circumference.
Fair enough.
So that it...
Is it going to be able to let me get...
Unless you want a tiny Odin. I don't know. This isn't that bad of a mouse size, but... I want it a little narrower. I'm going to steal this one.
You can steal that one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is starting to hit the edge. I don't want to scratch it up.
Kara
So-
Skywalker says, I'm very excited for the Muppets Haunted Mansion movie next month. I didn't know that was happening.
Oh, yes.
That's exciting. And Marcus Miller says, I wanted to build a spring-loaded detachment sword from an anime text on Titan.
Oh, okay. I know the anime, I don't know the sword, but okay.
Yeah, I know the anime. I know their things, but were those... Yeah. I don't know.
So we're actually not going to do a full circle. It's going to be a pill.
Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it's gonna feel like a full circle.
Right.
But once you do this...
It needs to have hand depth, and then...
Kind of narrower,
Yeah.
because it's a little too...
It is, I see that.
But you don't need to know until you have your taco.
Yeah. Phone taco.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we won't talk about that.
Okay. I wanted to, Artman 2019 says, same, the only thing I don't like is Kermit's new voice. Matt Vogel is terrible. Oh, poor Matt.
It's just...
Lee.
It's rough to get, it's rough to get the right voice at this point.
Right.
Yeah. You can talk about Lee. I bet Lee's going to pipe up with something he's got.
He said, FYI, Odin, I'll be bringing Miss Piggy to the next con.
Sweet!
She's one of my heroes.
So Lee has got at least Miss Piggy, Gonzo, and I think Fozzie Bear.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, and Lee brought Gonzo to Lodi Con, and yeah, they look legit. They're nice.
I've always loved Miss Piggy. Her style is impeccable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really need this. So that was 5, right?
Yep.
No, that's 6.
I feel like you need like this dinner plate almost size and then trimming it down. In fact, when I grab your plate.
Yeah, sure. Well, 7.5 is about as big as I can go on this particular piece of foam.
Yeah. I'm gonna go run into the supply closet and steal
Please
some
do. Spoons and plates. Well, I will just simply cut the largest square piece I can, and then we'll cut that down from there. Now I'm crafting, and it's quiet. There. Is better. Yeah, this could be fun making prop for puppets. Speaking of next con, awesome. Kara Skywalker, are there any confirmation on TwitchCon? I have none. So Nora, Ralph, and Silver Scion are all in the Minecraft voice chat and watching the live stream at the same time.
That
That's
sounds
pretty
like
cool.
a party.
That sounds like a party. That's pretty cool. Circuit 8 is asking me if I've ever heard of the King of Art podcast. I have not heard of the King of Art. No. That could be very cool. Kara says, looks like that they'll be in San Diego next October. That's cool. Sean Karg is here. Hello! Oh, we don't have... Oh, guess what? It's noon.
It's time to go live.
Time to go live. Not this undead live, but live. Go over to the thing here. And we do the thing, and we go edit, and edit says, hey, what are we doing? And we're going to scroll down, and where it says unlisted, you go unlisted. We're going to go public, and we're going to go done. We're going to go save. And the heathens are being let in. Alrighty. So I just clicked over to being public. And now for all of you who are watching in the future, this doesn't make any change for you, so it's a little weird. But I'm going to go ahead and start talking now as if people are flooding the gates and watching immediately anyway, because it's fun. Hello and welcome to the public portion of the Odin Makes live stream from noon till 2 o'clock. Myself and Felicia.
Hello.
We'll be talking to you live, getting your comments, talking about stuff, and the goal for what we're trying to make for the next couple of live streams are puppets of ourselves. Or
We're doing
Muppets.
self-puppets.
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 Which is one of those things that was actually requested very early on.
We listen.
Yeah, we listen.
Ish.
Ish. It takes a little bit to get there sometimes, but yeah, we listen.
There we go. Sorry.
That's fine. You figuring your stuff out. But for those of you who are just now joining us in an actual live, we have been streaming for almost an hour, a little less than an hour. But this past time has been exclusive for our Patreon members. One of the benefits of being a Patreon member of Odin Makes is you get some exclusive time during the live streams where it's easier to hear your individual voice and the chat is a little calmer. And also you get access to the Discord, which myself and Felicia and Joe are all members of the Discord, and we're all active and we all enjoy talking to you. Mm-hmm. Now there's also additional membership levels where you can get access to my private Minecraft server, where 3 of the members who are watching the live stream right now are also on Livecraft on Livecraft with MindChat.
Livecraft.
Yes, with MindChat, and and watching the live stream all at the same time. So if you have interest in getting a hold of any of those perks, getting a hold of any of those ways of being able to talk to us outside of this 2 hours on a Sunday, then definitely please check out patreon.com/OdinMakes, and you can see all the different tiers and levels that are available to you. Otherwise, hello, and it's Sunday, and how's it going?
It's going great. We're making puppets.
We're making puppets.
I got a foam taco.
You've got a foam taco. Because the flexible taco is the first major part of making a puppet. That's the mouth, which is almost what a puppet is. Not quite.
This one's too small and too wide.
Okay.
This one's way too wide. But I feel like it's the right depth for you.
Right.
Like if you use it, isn't that the right size for your hand?
Just about, yeah. If I could keep a hold of it. Yes, if my cardboard fingers wouldn't slip over the cardboard plate. Yeah, thank you for picking that up. I wasn't trying to force you to pick that up.
No, I know. It was a flying saucer. Well, I mean a flying plate.
Yeah, I've done that. Spray painted, yeah. Memories that aren't really that good.
I would do about.
Yeah, that would be about
the right size?
About the right size.
But I would take it in to be right on the inside of these corners, but out to this one.
Oh, okay.
Visual. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Squeeze it.
Squeezing. We squishing. To hug him and squeeze him and squish him.
Ever and ever.
Ever and ever.
Doing Elmira from, right?
Elmira, who's also is it? No, name of George. It's the Of Mice and Men character.
Okay, never mind. I was doing.
But Elmira is
from
a
Looney Tunes.
Who's a parody of that character too, I think.
Okay, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
Are you doing the parody character or the actual? Because in my head,
Well, Warner Brothers had been doing parodies of that character all along, because there was from the classic 50s cartoons that they did, or 40s, or whichever it was, there was a character that would do that.
somebody thought it was hilarious and just had to keep it up.
It was a big monster that would talk that way about whenever you pick up Bugs Bunny. I'm going to hug him and squeeze him. Call him George.
Call him George.
So, Felicia has made a number of puppets in the past for the Smosh channel, as well as for her own amusement. And a lifetime ago, I had taken a puppetry class at American River College, coincidentally the same place where Ian and Anthony, I think, started Smosh.
Did they?
I think so. It was.
No, I thought they were in high school.
They were in high school? Okay, because wouldn't remember if it was high school or if it was American River College. Maybe they were just both going to American River College when it took off.
Yeah, because I remember having that conversation with them that I had just graduated and was in super student loan debt, and they decided to not get in super student loan debt, and they were doing very well with their channel.
Uh-huh.
And I was feeling like a fool for being
I was feeling, yeah.
like not anything against them. I just was very proud of them, but
Right. Good for you guys.
yes. But they were talking that they didn't go to college, that they ended up doing their thing. You know, but I was very proud of them.
Yes.
But also very jealous in my own weird way.
Yes.
So. I graduated with all the student loan debts with no hope for a future, but it's supposed to be a better future, right?
It's supposed to be a better future. Yeah, because that gives you the half inch for the foam to glue to, so.
Feel right?
Feels right.
Feels right? Yeah. Now can you get that on a Perfect! It's like it was meant to be.
I tried to measure that beforehand. Akshat Dubby says, "Hi, sir. Big fan from India." Hello, Akshat. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry if I am. What else do we have here? The slime blower from Ghostbusters 2. That's Super Mega Benji 10. The Kelvin. Hey, I remember the Kelvin from some streams ago. Kelvin says, "I actually love the Mechagodzilla video. How is it not being able to move your fingers?" Oh, not a bad question. Not a big deal. Mechagodzilla's hands are built a lot like the classic pirate costume, where you're just holding on to the hook. And so basically, I'm just holding on to Mechagodzilla's fingers. It made it a little more of a challenge to try and pantomime emote with them, because I can't point, I can't, but otherwise.
You can do the Disney point.
Yes, you can do the Disney point. And when I got to in costume, I met up with one of the guys that wears Darth Vader, official Lucasfilm employee who wears Darth Vader all the public appearances and Energizer commercials and insert shots in the movies. But anyway, when I met up with him, I was able to turn the hand sideways and do the force choke, and he knew exactly what I was doing, even though I was a Mechagodzilla, because he showed that to me a couple cons ago. So that was fun.
Yeah, I'm just thinking you really are just kind of stomping around in a thing.
Yeah,
you are not actually trying to drink or trying to party or trying to play or be interactive as much as you are a prop, where you're posing.
That's probably the better answer that I wasn't even thinking about. I was very specific. But yeah,
No,
exactly.
you had the first-hand experience of being in the costume and just being the costume.
I'm a thing. Yeah.
But costumes in different situations.
Right.
Your situation, you are a prop.
It is. It's a big prop. Yeah.
You are a prop.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
It's a pot bellied stove with legs. Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
No, that's
But
its
that's
design.
the experience that you're getting, is you are a prop posing here.
Yep.
Posing here.
Posing here. Have really, really good forward vision.
Oh, and a tail.
And a tail that sticks out a little more than a meter behind me. So I needed
tripping height.
Oh yeah, it is. Right at the floor. So I needed at least two handlers, because one that could spot me beforehand and I could kind of follow. Although, if it was a go to that door and I could see it, and that was fine. But I needed people behind me to let me know that it was okay, I was safe to turn. You're not going to take out the table full of, whatever at the con. And the other thing that I ran into more than once due to bad vision was I would stop for pictures, and people would constantly change out. And I could see the people taking the pictures, but I couldn't see who the heck I was posing with unless they were an adult. So anyone who was, half-sized, I couldn't see them at all, and the spotters had to let me know, "No, Odin, don't move, you're going to step on a kid." Oh, okay, I'm good, I'll stay in here.
I just sort of thinner foam for
Yeah.
the pocket.
Oh, sure.
And that was the right size for both of ours.
So not being able to move the fingers, not a big deal at all. My bigger regret was that these last couple times I wore it, I didn't have the mouth mechanism working, so I couldn't emote with the mouth, and I think that would do a lot more than not having the fingers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because you already know once you're in there, you're not.
Yeah. And
scratching anything.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
You're just not. Your nose itches, sorry.
Sorry. You don't think about it. Yeah,
I'm like, my face is itching just thinking about
Right,
not
exactly.
being able to. But yeah, like, it's a mindset. You are a prop.
Right.
You are not a person. You have no feelings. You cannot breathe. You do
No.
not sweat. You know.
No, you do. No, you sweat. But yeah, once it's on, once I have the arms on and the chest on, I can no longer touch my face at all because I don't have the arms can't move that much. So I
You have a limited range of motion visibility. You are
Yeah.
just in a box.
Yep. So not a big deal though, because it's a lot of fun.
Right? A box that stomps around. And
Stomps around, stomp
Right.
around, stomp around. I see a big comment from Timothy Upton. Says, good afternoon, Odin and Felicia. Love your channel and content. Thank you. Here's an idea. What about a BFG 9000 from Doom? By the way, missing your content, Felicia, on your channel.
yeah, because my life has been uprooted. And
Yeah. But there is content that has been shot. It is in progress for being post-production. But
my computer broke down.
yeah, so there's some technical difficulties.
So
Now you could just rewrite it, in binary on TextPad, and then you'd be good. It'd just take a little while.
technically, you still have a copy of my footage.
I do.
But
Pretty sure I do.
I'm sorry, people. I'm just not there yet.
It's all right.
But I have a really good video coming up soon.
Yeah, you do.
Like, I made a dress form out of foam that turned out amazing that I have been using like crazy for making things, and it's been a good dress form. There's a few things that I have to kind of upgrade.
Right.
So that'll probably end up actually making it into the video because I have time to do
You have
that.
time to do that.
Because, who really needs finished growth? Anyways, but I'm working on it. Thank you for being patient and even knowing to care.
And even remembering to care.
Yes, so thank you, and I will get that to you guys as soon as I can, but things have changed, things happened, and I'm not complaining. It's all good, so
Right.
Eventually.
And the other part of your question, now I haven't done it on the channel, but I have made a BFG 9000. The Smosh episode,
I was
video
gonna
game items in real life, like 2 or 3 or 18 or whichever one it was. Yeah, I made a BFG for them, and
Yeah.
it was a 1-day build, not the trademarked one like Adam Savage, but I went home because at the time I was doing the art direction for Smosh, but that prop I went ahead and I had the materials I needed at home. I built it in my driveway. It was a piece of 2x4, and that was the main handle so it could support it. The rest of it was built out of gator foam, which is a extra heavy duty, thicker version of foam core, and it was the V8 motor looking one from the movie. But it was easy to build, and the guys loved it.
Oh, yeah, no, they were running around with that gun everywhere. That was so much fun.
And I think it's even in the behind the scenes. If you look at the behind the scenes video for it, they talk about the gun because they're having so much fun with it. There's a counter that goes in the back of it because in the video game you need to see your ammo count so you know when you need to reload your energy charge. So I made it 99 because I'm gonna make it full. And so the guys are nice enough to point out that any chance you get to put a number on anything, it always needs to be 69. Come on,
Yes.
Odin. What are you thinking? So.
Didn't you know that unwritten Smosh rule?
I
You
know it
found it
now.
out?
Yeah, I found it out.
You figured it out.
And also, I remember that number being really, really important to put on everything when I was a lot younger.
Who was their demographic?
A lot younger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm laughing at something nobody else can see unless you're part of my patron, because this is on the Discord. I should probably download this image, but this is great. Joe has posted an idea for a wraparound graphic coffee mug for duct tape coffee, and yeah, that one's a big thumbs up for me. So we're gonna just save image.
I'm gonna clickety click.
Clickety click click. Here's the excitement of Odin using the computer on the internet, live on the internet. Here we go. We're doing
That's
the thing
okay.
here.
Everybody else is on their computers.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's just what we do.
we're part of you guys. We're live.
I need to find. You know, it's alphabetical. If I just remember to sing the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song in my head, I can remember what the letters are.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as you're distracted with that and not me painting cement on your board, we're good.
Oh, right. That's good. Okay, so
Don't pay attention to me doing all the wrong things over
not
here.
at all. So what am I looking at? This was Joe's preliminary design for potential duct tape coffee merch. I think it's great.
Is that real duct tape?
In
Or
this
is it
photo,
duct tape print?
in this photoshopped image, or whatever that is probably all just printed. But I think this would be a printed coffee mug that it's going to be. That, if approved by the current crowd, because I'm all for it, I think it's great. This is pretty much what I asked for too. I think this would be fun to have.
Yes. Because it doesn't matter the brand. Caffeine is caffeine.
Caffeine's caffeine.
Or decaf. I don't judge.
Nope. Half calf. Half calf, double calf with the Swiss 11. Yeah. I think that was one of the... So the movie L.A. Story, Steve Martin's movie from the 90s, making fun of everything L.A., which was just perfect. They all ended up going to the coffee shop date, and they're all ordering coffee, and they get most of the way around the table, and the last person finally orders something very specific. And then everyone else changes their order, and then everyone else adds the twist 11 to their order. and if I remember correctly, one person wanted a half calf, a double calf, half calf, double calf with a twist 11, which means it's a regular cup of coffee.
Yeah. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Do you guys like the new mug design?
Yes, I just shared it with everyone.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Hey, Joe.
On the Discord, there is a link to purchase it.
Oh, is it actually live?
It's
It
a
is
real thing.
live. It is
It
a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Yep, you can purchase it.
So this is a purchasable piece
It's
of
not
merch.
a joke?
Yes.
It's not a joke.
It is not a joke.
This
you
is
can buy
awesome.
it.
Well, it
there
can
it
be your
is.
joke.
I know Kara wants one.
Let me go copy, and I will paste this to the chat right now. There it is, and go.
There we go.
Duct tape coffee.
Duct tape coffee.
Smells like contacts, man.
It is?
Well, it's better than contact cement coffee, I'm sure.
Yeah. You know, I'm not much for cream in my coffee, but contact cement
Contact
probably not.
Nothing beats xylene in the morning.
That's part of waking up.
That's part of waking up with xylene in your cup.
Is falling back asleep again. So I'll leave that with you guys.
Appreciate it, Joe. Thank you for dropping by. So if you happen to be in Sacramento right now and you want to, run over to Comics and Collectibles. Joe is headed over there to run the Gunpla event at 1 o'clock, right?
Well, I'm not running it.
Oh, you're not running
No,
it?
I'm just participating. So
Oh, Joe's participating
I
at the
am
Gunpla event.
participating, yes.
You used to run it.
Yeah, I used to run it, yeah. But
Okay.
actually, I never ran the one at Comics and Collectibles. That was always somebody else. But I did run a different one
Okay.
at a different shop.
All right.
But I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
I think probably because of the pandemic happening.
Probably.
Yeah.
But Pam and Gene over at Comics and Collectibles are a fine couple of people and a lot of fun to hang out with. And,
They are.
And yeah, definitely say hi to them for
Yep.
me, please.
Well, I don't know if Gene and Pam are going to be there.
Well, damn it! I keep trying to be nice and you keep correcting me. Just bugger off.
I've got a bad habit of being too honest. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Nimble says bye, Joe.
Bye. I'll turn on your recording sign.
Oh, thank you.
So people will know not to just walk in?
Exactly.
Spider Demente says, hi, Odin. Hugs from Brazil. Hello. Oh, yes. SOS CK2 MGY. This is a really good friend from a very long time ago. Says, I'm watching on a stone tablet because I'm old school. Or I'm that old, but anyway. Yeah, he's not quite that old. He's only a wee bit older than me. But,
Blech.
bleh.
Blech.
Oh, there we go.
Actually, I think I'm going to take off this bottom one because I get more movement,
Yeah, you want the top one.
but I don't want the bottom one.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just going to lose this one that I
So-
lovelyly just glued down.
Let me call out my good friend SOS what it is CQD MGY, right? SOS CQD. Anyway, let me just go ahead and call him out as not only a good friend who's put up with me for a long time now, but actually the owner of a few bits of very early original Odin artwork. So he's got some. You guys have talked about, or some of you have talked about customizing action figures before. Well, I did a few for him. He's got a Locutus of Borg long before Playmates made an official one. He's got the original Playmates Picard action figure had the Make It So finger thing. Well, it was easy enough to cut the hand and adjust the fingers to make a slightly different gesture. And then I think he's got a couple of superheroes too, so not just Star Trek. But yeah. Hello, how are you, SOS CQD? Dion Geyser says, does Felicia have her own channel? Yes, she does. There's a link in the description. It's behind the scenes fashion. She's got a few videos out and is currently working on a new one that will be coming out as soon as the computer decides to get its act together and work again, which is going to be all about how to make a dress form out of foam. And the one she did, she managed to pull together, no joke, $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Sweet. Sean Clark says, got my mug ordered. Oh, you guys are great.
I'm just looking and seeing what materials you have to work with in here.
Oh, fair enough. If you need to turn on the lights, you can. It'll just blow out the camera a little bit. So the Kelvin says, oh, I see. So Wonder Joe's superpower is the ability to correct things unnecessarily. I like it. Mason Vasic says hi to both of us, even though Felicia's walked out of the room for the moment because hunting up materials. Jasmine Thomas, have I ever wanted to make anything for The Last of Us or Critical Role? I can't think of anything from Critical Role off the top of my head, only because I know of it. I know of it. I haven't watched a lot of it. The Last of Us, I love the whole look of the game. That game's a beautiful game, both of them. And I did make some Last of Us props for Smosh. There was a point in time, I think, same thing, video games in real life. One of the episodes, there was a joke where Joel had to crouch the whole time. Anyway, I made the guns and stuff for that, so that was fun.
Did the Purple Among Us work? No, it was too...
No, the Purple Among Us never worked because
Use
that's the
wrong fabric.
The wrong fabric.
But I'm going to use this fabric for the inside of the mouth.
Oh, I don't care.
for
That's
me.
fine. Yeah.
And then I found this piece of polar fleece
Oh, cool.
from when I made an insane asylum, and we had this crazy old room, but we had to make it shrink and do into a
right.
tiny bed where the person was giant, but the bed was tiny. And this is the old blanket from that. And I was like, you know
Okay.
what? This is a good blue polar fleece. I'm going to use this for my puppet.
I remember that tiny little bed. Kiki built it.
Yeah.
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 That was a great. Yeah.
Yeah. That one was a fun project.
Right. It was.
And the thing is that it happens so quickly in the music video, you don't even notice what's going on.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I see that happen because
like
I think Ryan did that a few times at Smosh. He got so used to seeing the footage that was edited out so quickly. Anyone who wasn't used to the footage didn't see the joke.
right? Because
Yeah.
well, it's also sometimes music videos, they're visually interesting and they're constantly throwing things at your eyes.
Right.
And since we had that room in the big size and then small size, I don't think people unless you actually watched, noticed the room shrinking. I don't know. It was one of those things that it was such a big thing that came out so subtly, but I loved it.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, it's cool that
Yeah.
your opinion is it was super subtle, but you still loved it that it was subtle. That it
Yes,
wasn't
the
it wasn't
subtleness still
angering that it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, dang it, all that work, and you saw it for...
Yes, there's more than once where not only was it a lot of work to build it for Smosh, but tons of heartache, tons of arguing back and forth over how to do it correctly and why is it wrong, and it was on screen, no joke, 23 frames.
Right?
Not even a full second. It's like, you guys argued with me for how long? How much did you effectively spend per hour to argue with me over something that could have been done in McPaint?
Right. I don't know. And I always love I will fix it in post.
Yeah.
That one always was like, oh, I love hearing those words because then it's like, oh yeah, not my problem, it's theirs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
I need to put foam top and then
Bernie Davis, ever make a replica of Kermit? I have not.
Have I?
I don't know. Have you?
The thing is I can't 100% say no.
I know I have not. I've never made a replica of any of the Muppets. I've always kind of made my own puppets.
I think
Not
I
that
worked on a Kermit, but I didn't make it.
Right. I
Like,
was
I fixed
asked
it.
to fix a Kermit, and it didn't really happen because they have a giant Kermit at KVIE, and he's fallen off his chair one too many times, so he's got 1.5 eyes.
Okay.
So I never got around to fixing it for him.
I like this piece. This piece is feeling nicely, especially since I sliced the back, but not.
Oh,
through.
okay, that makes
That
sense.
way it hinges.
It hinges a little
It
better.
has a nice spring to it, but it's not. Bleh.
Yep. This is wise.
So I'm gonna build up the head with a little bit of foam, and then cover it.
Well, I've got 1-inch foam and 1/2-inch foam.
I
so
see that. I'm looking down at the 1-inch foam
okay,
right here.
1 inch is probably going to have more body.
Yeah, because I feel like I could stack it like a cake and then shape
Yeah.
it a little
Well,
bit.
I've got the electric carving knife, so
Yes.
which makes it easy for doing some of the shaving and whatnot. But
Limited table space.
That's more, yeah. Even for a single person, it's a little limited table space. But the carving knife is almost better for couch cushions more than this.
Yeah.
Lee's does have a Kermit Muppet replica. Nice. So, of course he does. So that's at least 4, right, Lee? How many have you got?
So far.
Nice. Schultz Division says, I love the tutorial here on YouTube called Making a Puppet Without Sewing. That one recently came out, and I don't remember what channel that's on. Is that Adam's channel? Is that not Savage, Crudiger? Or who did that one? Making a Puppet Without Sewing. But yeah, that was a great. I haven't watched the whole video, but that was great.
I feel like
We're gonna be gluing our puppets mostly.
pretty much. I think I might sew your shirt just for fun of it, but
That'd be fun.
That's the extent. I don't really think you need a lot of sewing when it comes to making
Not really.
puppets.
We got Stay at Foam Dad Creations. Says, I just watched the Smosh behind the scenes video. Odin is in it quite a bit. And remember, Odin, any chance you get to write 69 on something, you do it.
Yup.
Kobe Herman is being supportive, saying, what's up, Odin? Keep going. Your channel is so cool. Thank you.
Okay, this giant thing just wants to make a mess. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. At least we swept the floor a little bit, so it's not, it's not sweeping the floor for us. I'll post about it on Patreon later today, but yesterday I got to spend a good portion of the beginning of the day. My brother-in-law came over and helped me clean up the studio a little bit.
It's much nicer.
It's
in here.
much nicer. It's not perfect, but it was in a pretty bad state from months on end of nonstop creating and then 3 trade shows. So I keep calling cons trade shows. I used to work for the trade show department for a high-tech company, and I can't not stop calling Comic Cons trade shows. But they're not trade shows at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I did 3 of those, and finally got a lot of stuff put back together. So I'll post some pictures, and I'll post a little quick story about that after the live stream on Patreon. So a place you guys can get a little more content that way.
Team Ghost has an interesting question. Do you
Okay.
think you could do a puppet without contact? Oh, a project without contact cement? And you did. You did a whole project without contact
I
cement.
did. I built the Black Knight's helmet.
Yeah, because that one was Michael's sponsored.
Michael's sponsored.
And everything was purchased at Michael's.
Yep.
And you decided to purchase super glue.
Yep. instead of contact cement. You can get contact cement at
But
Michael's,
but you chose to do.
Yes, I chose to
You
do
made
super
that
glue
conscious
instead.
decision, and I remember because you were doing the little dots and stuff,
Yeah.
and after you did that episode, you started using contact cement. I mean,
Super
super
glue.
glue a lot more.
Well, I found the super glues I had were some of the cheaper ones, and even though super glue sets up really quick, it wasn't setting up quick enough. I was constantly having to spray an accelerator on it, and I got really tired of the residue from the accelerator being sprayed on everything. And that was kind of why I stopped using it, because of the way I was used to using it. So the one that I found at Michael's actually set up in like 10 seconds, a reasonable amount of time to have to hold it, as opposed to, a minute and a half, which doesn't sound like a whole long time, but hold your breath for a minute and a half.
Right?
You can do it, but it's like you're waiting for those last bits to go by. And then I had another viewer, I don't remember who, I think it might have even been Sean, let me know that instead of using the spritz bottle for the super glue kicker accelerator,
To use the
little eyedropper things, that was something that Punish Props did.
yeah,
And so-
because it gets directly where you need it to be,
Yeah.
as opposed to everywhere.
Everywhere.
I hate how it just gets. Anyways, but
Yeah, and so totally use the snot out of that now. That's great. So if you're a watching person who let me know about that little tip, thank you.
yes. So there are projects without contact cement.
There are
It's
projects,
just-
yes. Few and far between.
They do exist. It does exist.
It does exist. It's a joke for the channel, kind of. Because of the puppetry class that I took originally, and other things I've gotten, I made big Halloween costumes and did things for like Rocky Horror Picture Show where it had to not only break down but be safe to fall on. So I did a lot of foam stuff. That foam just became what I like to work with. It was just my go-to material. Different artists have a thing they like to do. Oh,
This
I
is
like
your
foam.
medium.
Yeah, this is my medium. And
So
so
self-puppeting.
self-puppeting. I'm fine making fun of myself because of it. No problem. I love the fact that on DIY Prop Shop, when I was a host on that channel, there was the first guy that was there, Dustin. And everyone loved Dustin. And Dustin did, I think, Dustin did 11 or 12 episodes in a row. And then there was a guest host. And everyone was like, who's this guy? And it wasn't me. It was somebody else. And then Dustin came back. And then my first episode came up. And it wasn't too long. The guys, it was change. And you all know out on YouTube, change is not something that people look forward to. So there was tons of backlash for, where's Dustin? Bring back Dustin. Next we had Hair Guy, and now we have Uncle Foam.
Uncle Foam.
And yeah, I'm pretty okay with the nickname Uncle Foam, so that's fine. I have no problem with that. It's like I think they thought they were being derogatory. I was like, no, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but DIY Prop Shop was fun to work on.
Yeah. I remember you working on that one.
Yeah, the same parent company that owned Smosh, so I was able to do
At
that
the
channel
time.
at the time. Yeah,
Not
not
currently.
anymore.
They're all both different, separate entities.
All over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aw Me has actually posted new videos. They're doing things with Man at Arms again.
Oh.
Man at Arms has been posting to the Aw Me channel, so it's like, oh wow,
Would you like some toast?
I would love some toast.
I feel like I'm buttering toast here.
Oh yes, toxic toast.
Toxic toast.
Now, if you really think about it, bread is edible foam.
It is.
Yeah. You don't have to think about it that hard. But
No. So Odin makes a PB&J.
yeah, so it could very well be toast.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We could also count a frappuccino.
Yeah, Frappuccino is also edible foam.
Very useful.
But
Now I'm hungry.
now you're hungry. Now it's Frappuccino time. All right. I made mine a little too...
Not enough space? Do
No, a
you
little
need
too
the
much.
thumb holder? You can also glue it closer to your hand to hold it tighter.
Yeah, I might need to, because as I do this, it walks off.
Yeah. Mine, I put my hand in there and I smooshed it around my hand so that
Smoosh
I...
around your hand. Well,
But I
I could
also-
do that. I could add some more contact cement to it and smoosh around it.
But I also... You gave yourself room knowing you were going to do that. I didn't. See? I have it like pulled.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a little tighter.
Gotcha.
Like, because I was thinking about the properties of foam and I was going to smoosh it into the shape I needed.
All right, fair enough. I did give myself the extra space.
Yeah, because you're like, know what you're doing. Shh, don't talk.
Or at least I think I do. I'm overthinking what I'm doing.
These remind me of cake.
What?
Cake.
Cake. Okay. I heard gick at first. It's like,
Cake.
what is gick? Aside from, something that sounds unpleasant.
I don't know.
Jerry props. Odin, do you plan on making a prop project out of found objects again? I probably should. It's been a while. I got to where I got really comfortable just building from scratch, and that's really what I do a lot. Yeah. It's occurred to me, so...
Yeah. Technically, that's kind of what our challenge is today, found objects within here.
Within here, right.
But you have lots of supplies and materials, so it's technically
So it's
not.
that hard, yeah. But,
But-
I think he's talking about with the,
Yeah.
the Guardians of the Galaxy gun thing.
Yeah. And that's usually where I start most of my projects. What do I already have and what's already done?
I think the pandemic might have a big part of that, because I haven't been doing the search for the found object parts in a while, and I think it might be because
Going out
I
and
wasn't
shopping.
able to go out and go shopping as easily.
Yeah.
And now I'm out of the habit of it, so I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a big part of it.
This one I did first, and it's the least dry of all of them.
So
Am I doing
this
it wrong?
no, this
Okay.
type of this is too much information, and then I have to decide on if it's even worth talking about. But then
It's gonna take a
I've already
while.
opened my mouth. No, it's a sponge. So as you're applying, instead of contact cement sitting on the surface of EVA foam, which is chemical resistant, it absorbs into this, and it takes a lot longer to dry on this foam, and it'll take a lot more glue.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
totally was like sucking it up, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm buttering toast here.
Totally
good thing I
buttering
like
toast.
lots of butter.
Man of the plan says, "Howdy, y'all. Sorry I'm late."
Howdy. That's okay. He has a plan.
Detlef P is talking about there wasn't any food chat recently, so they're coming back to that. How about making a Harry Potter wand from foam?
But why though?
Yeah, but why though?
But why? His is made out of holly.
Right. The Harry Potter wand out of foam, totally doable, is going to wiggle and wobble because it's too thin.
Unless it's supported with a chopstick, and then why?
And then it's basically the wand. I mean, I can wrap a little bit of foam around a chopstick in order to make it go from that thick to that thick, and then...
Give it the handle, I suppose, but you probably should just do it. If it sounds so simple that you're laughing at it, you probably should just do it.
I can probably just do it, and I'm sure I can way overbuild it still.
Right?
But-
You wrap a dowel with the foam, and then you carve out the shapes in the foam to give it that good wood
Give it-
grain, and then you
right,
plaster dip it.
and the special shapes and whatnot.
And then you spray
paint
it. So
yeah.
you really could.
You really could. Way more than I ever gave it credit for. But
But at the same time, it's just a stick, and that's just a
yeah,
little...
pretty much. It's like, I should just go outside and find a stick. Hey, I'm done!
Found objects.
Found object. Oh, wow! Jack of all trades bought a Marvel hoodie. Sweet. I think that might be my first. So on my spring, there is all the different parody logos that I do for the beginning of the videos. There's the Odin Makes Marvel logo, there's the Odin Makes Toho logo, and the Lucasfilm logo. All those are available as t-shirts and coffee mugs and whatnot. But the Marvel logo specifically is also available on a hoodie. And Jack of all trades here in the Discord, who's Nora on the Discord server, here on the YouTube chat is Jack of all trades, Discord is Nora. They bought the Marvel hoodie because they modeled the original 3D Odin Makes logo that I've been using on there. So
I really did like that.
Yeah.
When I saw the Power Rangers one, I'm like, why isn't that on a shirt?
it's on a shirt.
It's on a shirt now.
It is on a shirt now.
I have a foam sandwich.
Yes, big foam sandwich.
Yes.
I've made a sandwich on the channel before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it was like really cheesy.
It was very cheesy.
I think I'm gonna put one piece of foam on the bottom though.
Cornholio's asking if I have any plans to make the Green Goblin's helmet mask to go with the pumpkin bomb from last week. Not at the moment, but as the movie gets closer, maybe.
Not opposed to the idea.
Not opposed. Now that he's actually coming back, yeah, that's really kind of cool. Not that has to happen. I'm happy to make nostalgia props and enjoy it, but current things drive more traffic to the channel, and believe it or not, I'm living off the traffic from the channel, so I need to make stuff that's current. Not 100%, but yeah.
But trying.
But trying.
The more relevant the content, the more relevant the channel, and the more stuff you get to make.
Oh, Trash Panda says, make the wand and put an LED in the tip. Lumos.
There you go.
There's not
make magic.
Make it make magic. That is a great possibility. Jack of all trades is sharing the merch URL. Thank you. I'm hearing Terminator arm and Iron Man's repulsor glove.
Light up bubble
Proton
wand.
packs. Light up bubble wand. Light up.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking, you know, like, because there are bubble wands, but they're bigger contraptions than that. But that would look like pure magic.
Jasmine Thomas is asking me if I've ever seen RJR Productions good-looking helmets out of cardboard. I want to say yes. RJR sounds familiar, but I'm also know that I've seen the King of Cardboard channel, and I know that.
I follow him on Instagram.
Oh yeah, he's good. And I want to say yes. I've seen RJR, who is also good. Because there's definitely a skill to making the cardboard stuff.
Yeah.
Any kind of compound curve with cardboard. Because anytime, all I can think about is corrugated cardboard, and that stuff bends in one direction.
Yeah, and it's all about finishing those edges, especially
It
with
is.
cardboard, because cardboard is a great versatile material and can be used in so many different ways. But the ways that make it look like ta-da is how the edges are finished, and the ways that look cheap and shitty are the way the edges are finished.
The edges are not finished.
Not finished. There you go. But
So
yeah.
Sean's letting me know the Lucasfilm logo is not on her shirt yet. It's not? That's an oversight. I apologize. I'll have to go look at that. You know, what about the any interest in maybe the Odin Makes logo from Suicide Squad? That was kind of a one-off, but I like the pop art look of that. That was kind of fun with the bullet holes in it. You always just do it without the bullet holes too.
No, the bullet holes.
Bullet holes. Yeah.
You need the bullet holes.
I need bullet holes.
Yeah. Gotta make it holy, holy, holy.
Oh, Stephen. I'm going to ruin his last name again, but he's part of, he's made the decision to be joining the Patreon this week, so actually be able to
Hang out on Minecraft or
well,
maybe Discord.
whichever level he wants to be on, but be able to not live on the internet while I'm heavily distracted with other things going on, maybe learn how to pronounce his last name. Daichi? Daich? I keep saying Daichi, but that's wrong. It's all right.
D-Y-C-H-E.
Yep.
Deitch. I don't know. Deitch.
And Man of the Plan is saying, what about a Tron identity disc? That's another one like the Harry Potter one I always want to make fun of, but realistically, that is a doable prop.
Right?
Because basically, it's a glow-in-the-dark Frisbee.
Well, why don't you start with the glow-in-the-dark? I just glued a brush hair to me. Ugh,
Oh.
That felt not as... Anyways.
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm just seeing
What my process is. There is no method to the madness.
No, it's
It
totally
all,
cool.
Like,
You're building up layers and you're gonna cut it down. You're
Yeah.
gonna sculpt it back down.
I'm making a cake.
Whereas I'm gonna make a hemisphere and I'm gonna I'm gonna work on making a hollow puppet.
yeah.
It still
There's
walks off my
lots
hand.
of different ways. Like,
There are
to
lots of
do-
different ways that you can.
Yeah, no, there's so many weird ways to do this. This is kind of reminding me of
That's
the
what I
Cake
need.
Boss when he does the
Oh,
Rice
okay.
Krispie treats. You know, he has to stack them up and carve them. And then he adds the modeling chocolate. I love how he says modeling chocolate, like his mouth is full of modeling chocolate. And I'm like, ooh, I want to make a prop cake, but then once it's done, I don't want to die because you have to eat it. But it's art.
It's art.
Trash Panda wants to know, you be using skin tone or prime colors?
Prime colors.
And then Sean King Carg says, put it on a shirt. I'll buy it. I have a t-shirt problem.
Aha.
If you didn't have a shirt, I think you'd have a t-shirt problem. No. NS Matthews finally became a Patreon after a couple years of free viewing time. It's time to take the plunge and support the ones you enjoy. Well, thank you very, very, very,
Thank
very, very, very much, because I know the effort to just push and click the like button, I hardly do as much as I ought to, to
Right.
support content creators and to really go out there and support this guy with his projects and passions, I think. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I totally get it. It took me a long time to feel like I could join different things in the past. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you. Much appreciated, and I get it. That's really awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to read over your shoulder.
No, he goes, hey, you want to trade sides?
No, not really, because then I'd actually have to read.
Right.
As opposed to,
Whereas
I see a comment across there, I can read that one.
Oh, right. I haven't increased the zoom on that.
Yeah, it's a little small.
Oh, it's a little too big.
Yeah.
What the heck?
What color skin tone do you want to do? Or do you want to... It's kind of depends on what we can find.
I thought we talked about you were going to give me the yellow or something.
Yeah, but then I saw a shop rag, and I was like, that would probably work really good, too. We'll see once you get a body, and then we can.
Oh, cool.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
See what we got, what's around.
I'm going to click on the computer a little bit and clear my throat like an old man, because I'm pretty good at that.
Clickety-click.
Clickety-click. I want image 0. There it is. So on Discord, Nora was sharing with us a picture of some of the cosplay that they and a couple of friends were doing recently. So here's a quick picture of Marina Boy, who's the clone trooper, Will Connors, who's the Megazord, and then Nora, who's dressed up as Batman.
And I remember seeing both the Megazord and the Batman coming to life on the Discord.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember seeing Batman come together.
Starting as blocks and things, and I slowly, work in progress. I do watch those. I love seeing these things come to life. And then the final projects, it's like, yes. So
very cool.
I recognize those.
Yeah.
They made it into the wild.
Yes, they made it out into the wild. So now that I've... this is going to be real tricky to get in the right spot.
What is that?
This is something my fingers can grip so it doesn't slip off.
So you have a little.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I just got to get it in there, and that's not going to be easy.
Tape it to your fingers where you want it to be so you could...
That's actually smart.
Painter's tape?
Yep. Yes, please. As I let it fall glue side down onto the cutting mat. That's almost correct.
Now put it where you need it to go.
Yep.
And this is how you insert the...
Right. And this is how you insert the inappropriate joke.
I stopped myself.
You did. I picked up on it. It keeps rolling. There's not quite enough space in there. I might have to tear the skin off.
To get it into where it really needs to go. Yeah.
And the glue's kind of drying already.
That sounds like a fun prop, but that's a not necessarily a good one to make, though.
I'm not reading it, so what are you talking
Gamer Boy
about?
says, say, Odin, could you make John Cattleman's revolver from Red Dead Redemption 2 for your next prop video? That would be beautiful and amazing, but the problem is those videos don't monetize well.
Right. So a big issue I have with YouTube is that a lot of props for video games are guns, because that's what you do in video games. Not always, but that's what a lot of them are. The one thing that YouTube hates because advertisers don't like it, guns. And it's actually easy to see that a video that is, and this is weird, is not all guns seem to happen, but anyway, if you build a fake gun, because it's even in their safe for advertisers thing you have to fill out for every video upload, that if your video contains a gun, even a fake gun, you have to click this thing, and that automatically puts you on restricted monetization, which not only means that fewer advertisers are going to advertise to it, that YouTube itself as a platform isn't going to bother to push the video because they're not going to make revenue. So making a gun is almost a guaranteed way to not get paid. Which sucks, because there's so many things I could do. And Black Sheep Props, who I see on Reddit all the time and does some fantastic builds of all sorts of sci-fi blasters and historic guns, and that's all that he does. It's like, how do you even make your YouTube channel work?
No, genuine curiosity.
Yeah, genuine
if you
curiosity.
Hear
Not-
this or some?
Yeah, not that I've directly asked Black Sheep Props this, but I've talked to him a couple times because he does some really nice work, really clean. He's done like life-size Lego blasters that I thought was really cool. But yeah, how do you make that work? Okay, that's a lot better now. I can actually hold on to it.
There you go.
All right. Now I need to put a face on this thing. And hey, Ad Vixen, good old Ad Vixen, who's always good for a super chat, popped in with a big band of Aqua. Tear the skin off. Inappropriate joke. Tape it to yourself. What did I walk into? And why would I be surprised? Hello and welcome to the live reenactment of Hellraiser. And today, Felicia will be playing the part of Julia, and I'll be the spinning 4x4 full of nails. No.
What if you call it a pew pew device? Team Ghost is asking.
No, totally. There's
You tried.
No, I try. And there's definitely... It works. Sometimes it works. You call it a blaster. It was the phase, the Ambin phase pulse, I think it was still called... No, I called it a blaster. I didn't call it a rifle, which was the Mandalorian's rifle, right? And also, it doesn't have a barrel. It's got a tuning fork on the end of it. That one wasn't a problem. That one went through. I make Darkwing Duck's gas gun. That was fine. That was okay.
Call it a fart blaster?
Fart blaster would be fine too, but I don't think Darkwing Ducks isn't a fart blaster.
No,
is
but
it? No.
gas gun.
Gas gun, right?
Yeah.
There was a fart blaster in Minions.
Yeah, there is definitely.
Dart gun.
Dart.
Dart. Now, what's weird is my sawed-off shotgun video is fine. I even had to resubmit it at one point when different things changed on the channel and like whatever changed, and I had to turn things, and it was still fine. But the Doom shotgun, yeah, no, that one's not okay. It's like, what the heck? Sawed-off shotgun that actually looks like I could get in trouble wielding on the street. No, big fantasy chrome shotgun. No, that one's. Thanks for being consistent, YouTube.
Where's your electric knife?
It is hanging up behind your glue gun.
Ooh.
Hey, it's 1 o'clock. You want to play with viewer mail?
No, it's not. Oh, there it is. It's behind the paper.
It's behind all the other crap, isn't it? Yeah.
There it is.
So last week, we were talking about glue guns and Felicia's new favorite glue gun. And I said, hey, if we wanted to do a quick super chat and got enough that I could just order one, I would. And I did. And here it is. So thank you, Jay. Thank you, Nora. Thank you, everyone else who contributed to your new glue gun.
I now have a glue gun. I'm really excited. I really, 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 really liked working with this one.
Yeah.
I had been looking for a good glue gun because I have been using the little cheap ones that I get for $1 that, you know, use and abuse and throw away. But then using this one to help with the cosplay repair, it was my favorite toy.
Yeah.
It got into everywhere I needed to go. It's lightweight. It got hot real quick. And you think, oh no, I have to wait for it to heat up every time I put it down.
No, it does really good.
It does really good. I was super impressed and absolutely loved it. And I was like, Odin, I'm going to steal it from you.
Yep.
Now I don't have to.
Now you don't have to. And it doesn't cost any more than a regular glue gun.
Right.
Now, granted, you have to have the batteries already, right? Because it doesn't come with a battery. But it was $25 at Home Depot.
Right?
I have an Arrow glue gun that plugs into a wall that was $30.
No, I know. I bought, for the price that I purchased this one, I bought a different one. And
Right.
I hated it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, I spent the money to get a good one, and I don't like it.
You lied to me.
Yeah.
Ad Vixen, and on this week, Felicia hosts Pimp My Glue Gun.
Yes. Don't worry, it's a glue.
It's a
That's
glue
okay.
gun. Glue gun is okay, yes. Heat gun is okay, yes. Tape gun is okay. Gun, no, I can't do that. Kara Skywalker says, speaking of Hellraiser, would you ever make the puzzle box? I have started that project twice, and both times the vinyl cutter I was trying to use disappointed me severely. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying.
You're fine. That's you. Yeah, if that's totally not working, then we can always use the bandsaw too. Hey, Joe walked back in. Apparently he's not quite at the Gunpla meetup yet.
Nope, not yet. I was eating lunch.
Oh, okay.
But I was listening to you guys on the live stream.
Oh, right.
We were talking about guns.
We were talking about guns!
Yeah. So
yeah.
The next prop, which is going up tomorrow on the Etsy,
Oh, right. Is
the Doom shotgun.
the Doom shotgun.
So if you want this, it will be up on Etsy tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So
This is the restricted monetization, because obviously this is yeah.
it's a beautiful piece.
It is.
It is amazing.
It really sucks that
that YouTube
didn't
killed it.
think it was so nice.
Right.
But yeah, so if you want the Doom shotgun, watch out tomorrow morning. It should be live probably around 10 o'clock.
Around 10 o'clock, yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of our standard time.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one was restricted monetized because it was a gun and an evil bad thing. For some reason, that one's okay. I don't get it. The Samaritan was okay too.
Yeah.
Which is just a giant revolver.
Right.
And to look at it in a picture, it's like, why is this one okay, but that's bad? William Shakespeare over William Shakespeare Props posted the banana blaster from the Orville, and that got restricted monetized for being a gun.
What?
Yes, and he even did a mold of it and made a soft foam one that he could throw in a video because he had to throw a gun at somebody. So it bounced, it folded, it was a soft foam thing, and it was a gun. Therefore the algorithm demonetized it or
That
restricted
sucks.
monetized. There's a difference.
So
Demonetize
banana gun is
your hose.
no-go, but a glue
Right.
gun's fine.
Glue gun's fine. Apparently, a sawed-off shotgun's okay, but yeah, banana blasters no good.
I need to watch the Orville. I hear it's really good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Last season's coming up, so you'll be able to.
Oh, really? I can just binge it at that
You
point?
should be able to just binge it all. Yeah, because I think third season's it.
That's the way I like to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a great show. It is way more Star Trek than Star Trek is. And specifically, the Orville is very much Star Trek: The Next Generation. So if for those of you who remember that, I remember watching that when it came out brand new and enjoyed it. And if you read the credits of who the crew is on the Orville, half those guys worked on The Next Generation.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Made by true fans.
Yep. Made by true fans. Old crew guys. Yep.
I've been really enjoying Lower Decks.
Lower Decks is great.
Lower Decks is hilarious.
I need to catch up. I saw the
Yeah.
first episode of the second season.
Okay.
And but I've seen all of the first season, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I just love the part where she's just like having a really bad day and Q just kind of shows up and she just tells off Q like,
Right.
I'm just not even having it. Your shenanigans, like, just go away, Q.
And I love all the weird callbacks. So Lower Decks, because it's an animated show, they can add anything they want because there isn't really a budget restriction for recreating props. And they pull in the weirdest Star Trek references that they possibly can, and it's great.
Yeah.
The Thistle aliens, the original animated episodes, show up.
The second season's pretty good so far.
Cool.
From
Glad to hear it.
from what I've seen. I think I've missed a couple of episodes,
Okay.
but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're interested in this bad boy,
Yep.
it'll be up for sale tomorrow. So
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye
Yeah,
out.
yeah, and-
Last week we put Stormbreaker up, and it sold with first day.
yeah, less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours,
Yeah.
so.
And I know a lot of people had their eye on Stormbreaker. So
Right.
yeah, I'll be adding some more popular props.
Cool.
In the next coming weeks and months. So
Right.
You need some space so you can make new ones.
I need space. Yeah. When I decided to go weekly, all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, I'm getting 50 some odd new props a year. Yeah, it gets to the point that they are stacking and getting hurt.
abused.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they need to go to good homes.
Yeah.
Please adopt.
Please
adopt this lovely
the
puppy.
props. Hello,
But
I'm Odin from Odin Makes,
I know.
and you can help rehome a used prop. Used props need love. They need to be taken care of. Otherwise, they just get discarded and left alone in the corner of a warehouse and ignored, and it's really sad. But with your help, we can find a new home for these used props, and
They can get the love and
they
TLC they deserve.
they fully deserved. Yes. So please check Etsy today.
And then there's just going to be those props that will never get rehomed.
No, they'll never get rehomed. People are like, "Oh, you're an ugly puppy." Sorry.
I'm sorry, Zeus, but your
Zeus's
frickin'
mask
face
is
shield,
never gonna sell.
Yeah,
No, nobody liked the movie. I mean, I did.
I enjoyed it.
I
It
knew what I was
fun.
getting into. It was
Yeah.
the zombie Zack
Yeah.
Zack Snyder film. I was totally happy.
What's funny is that particular prop, people are always complaining about the cost of your props. And it's probably one of the cheapest props you have on Etsy
Right.
because it didn't take a whole lot of
No.
time or materials to make. So, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
It's all good.
yeah. The cost of your props, that's another conversation we're going to have another day.
Well, there you go.
Were we getting chewed out?
I know, right? He has the gun.
I'm not chewing you out, Odin.
I know.
I'm chewing you out.
It's Joe with a shotgun. TM. Oh, Ralph! Oh, I want that! Ollie Haynes says, need more Doctor Who or Power Rangers props. Power Rangers props are on the horizon.
Yeah.
There's Pink Ranger stuff coming,
Yeah.
but we haven't got around to it yet. Doctor Who, I've only done the one. It performed okay, I think. I'm totally an old school Doctor.
Like doing the. Sorry, I'm totally
fine.
doing this over. But you talked about doing his phone booth station as the door.
Right. No, so
That would
I'm
be a
definitely
big
an
giant prop.
old school Doctor Who fan, so I'm not against Doctor Who. Yeah. You know, long time ago, I built a plywood Dalek.
Right? That's awesome.
Sam 1057, will I make anything from God of War Ragnarok? Oh, hell yeah! Yeah, when that gets a little closer to coming out, watch. Thomas Hughes is watching Star Trek The Next Generation right now, and it's great on Netflix. Yes. Team Ghost enjoys Lower Decks as well.
Sorry about you guys' ears. I apologize.
Quiet One 610, you do have a different set of blades for turkey, I hope. Interestingly enough, I don't use this type of knife on turkey. I just cut it with a big butcher knife.
Yeah, this is for foam. Like we save the good knives for foam.
Yeah. Yeah, you save the good knives for foam.
Like the expensive fabric scissors, this is the foam cutter. Except for I think this one needs to be sharpened just a little. I don't know. I'm going to be covering it a fabric cover, so
Right.
it's okay if it's hacked out a little bit.
That blade needs sharpened. Yeah, well, how do you sharpen a serrated blade? Serrated. Bit different.
Could
This
you
one-
cut aluminum
well,
foil with it? Because I know that's
Actually,
how
I
I do a
suppose
lot
if
of.
you do that, and then you do... Now it's segregated, right?
Yeah, and then you could. You'd have to do it within the rasps.
Actually, it needs cleaning, too. It's got a lot of built-up glue in between the blades.
I think that's probably what's doing the most damage is the built-up glue more than the because it's still sharp.
Yeah, it's
but
still
it's
sharp.
the glue
Yes,
that's
there's a
sticky.
lot of glue on this, so it would take some acetone and or something.
Yeah, some hand sanitizer real quick. But
Yeah.
I'm already done.
Okay,
I'm already done with what I needed. You might need to, but
I might.
I think this is a good start of a shape because there's going to be more here.
Built almost all of our Guar costumes, possibly with this particular tool.
Blech.
All right, I want to make a... I'm going to cut a lot and end up throwing some foam away, but life sucks.
It's okay. Gotta trim the cake.
Yep. Then I'll get back to looking at the chat because
Right.
the whole thing of having a live stream, what makes the live stream really fun is the interaction with the viewers. And I knew that way back in the day with Play TV, where they were doing a live stream over 56K dial-up and using IRQ chat in order to talk to the 12 viewers.
LBMX King says, hi!
Hi!
Car Skywalker says Felicia should definitely audition for Cake Boss. Oh, I've played, but I ain't that level. We got Ollie Hain, or Much Love from the UK.
Yeah, they were the ones asking for Power Rangers or Doctor Who props.
Yeah. Marius Showmaker. Hey, Odin and Felicia, what is the live build this time?
We are making us.
We are making self puppets. So Odin is making a puppet Odin, and I am making a puppet me.
And I wasn't trying to make any type of specific caricature or anything. I was just kind of going for it. Making a puppet.
We are using whatever we have in now. We have not gone out and purchased or pre-thought anything. So this is us live in front of you guys making self-puppets. We'll see how it turns out. There is not a plan yet. At least we have a plan for the eyeballs. We're going to use spoons. I think that's the extent of our plan.
Pretty much.
Oh, you're bringing out the power tools. That makes it look so much easier. Of course power tools would.
No, you buy a big expensive power tools and
They do the job right, the right job for the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have the blades help too. I've actually got a blade specifically for cutting foam on my bandsaw. I have two bandsaws. One's got a wood blade on it, the other one's got a foam blade on it. I'm gonna cover it with fabric anyway, so
I know. I'm
all
just
I
trying
need
to
do
think
there,
of...
and then I figured if I just need to do I don't want one in the middle, so
I know, right? Can I steal these scissors?
you
Sorry.
can. Can I steal the French curve?
Go for it.
Thank you.
Right. It blends in.
I can reach across, but
I had to see where it was. I was like, here.
really want to use a pencil. I want to use pencil. Don't really want to use Sharpie because I don't want to be making this kind of marks.
Yeah.
Riley Nicole said they made a Loki dagger about a week ago. That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Jay Period made the Kid Loki sword in time for SAC Anime. That was pretty neat. That was the... After 3 weeks of making Loki TV show props, I decided to move on to something else. Just as Kid Loki shows up with a sword, it's like, oh, that's cool. But I felt like I was pushing my luck on so many Loki props. And then it turns out that if I'd stuck with Loki props, I probably would have done pretty good on the channel.
Yeah. Okay, there's two different sides to the polar fleece, and you can't really tell this just by looking at it, but you can tell it as soon as the light, as soon as you put the two sides together, there's a different nap.
Right.
So you have to make sure that you have the right side of the fabric, as well as the nap is hanging the right way when you're meeting up polar fleece, and it's something you don't typically think about. It's like there's a right side to a tortilla and a wrong side to a tortilla. Bet you didn't know that either.
Nope. Next thing you can tell me there's a right side and a wrong side to a slice of bread. No.
No. Not unless it's the ends.
Well, okay, fair enough. No, I did not realize there was a right side and a wrong side to a tortilla. Is there any way you can elaborate on this without...
Well, because when you fry tortilla, like, you can see it especially in corn tortillas. Like, you put it on one side or the other, there's a side that it curls to.
Okay.
It's because it's the side that got the heat in the first, and then the other side gets it, so it naturally kind of has a curl when you start to heat it up. So when you heat up tortillas, there's a right side and a wrong side, and you don't really realize that until you're,
In doing... That makes more sense because I don't even think of corn tortillas as a tortilla.
It's not a tortilla to you?
It totally is. It's just not what I get, so I don't think about it.
Oh.
No, that is absolutely a real thing.
I need some Caesars.
Mike and Company is trying to be funny, saying, "Hello, Odin, where's Thor?" Hanging out somewhere. Just running around with a bunch of interspace guardian guys with the raccoon. I don't know. He's doing his own thing. He's in timeout.
He lost his...
Steven's asking about when your next video is coming out. Which I know you
sorry,
talked about
guys.
before,
I kept bringing it up, and then my computer crashed, and I let it go. So when my computer gets back up,
computer's sick.
Computers. I know. Oh, LBMX King says, I remember seeing you at Comic-Con wearing Godzilla costume. Was amazing.
Ah,
That's nice.
cool, thank you.
I was at Comic-Con and I didn't get a chance to see you in costume. So
Yeah, I got it on at the very end of the day. And
yeah, I'd
I
already
think you had
left. Yeah,
Right.
because I left. I didn't get to stick around that long, but
It's all right. I'm really grateful you got to come out. And next SAC Anime, you are invited to come out again. You're welcome to however many days or partial days you want to. Odin Makes booth at SAC Anime will always at this point be upstairs in the cosplay gathering area because we are cosplay repair as well as a booth. So
that was really fun. I
That
felt
was
really
really
in my
fun.
element being in the cosplay repair. I'm like, oh yeah, quick
Yeah,
fixes
quick
that need to
fixes.
work
Yep.
now. Oh yeah, I do that. I've done that.
That was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
definitely be a little bit better prepared. This last time we came in for early setup on Thursday night, right? The con's going to open Friday morning. And at that point in time, we find out, oh yeah, the guy that usually does it isn't going to be doing it anymore because reasons. And so immediately Ella says, oh, then we'll do it. And it's, all right, well, let's go back to the shop and just grab all the stuff.
Honestly,
Which was fine, but
this is what saved it. Oh,
Yeah.
look at I spilled coffee. Not on that. On
no,
your floor.
you're going to get coffee on this. It's running.
Luckily, there's nothing there. Oh my
For
gosh,
once.
I'm so lucky. It is running.
It is running.
You have the paper towels. Is this?
Now
Yeah, didn't think so.
that's actually the last of the paper towels.
Oh, great. I'm sorry, people.
That's all
I
right.
totally spilled my coffee. You guys can't even see it.
It is okay.
There's not enough room to craft and drink coffee on this table.
No. And you're actually pretty good at spilling things on the table.
Right?
Sorry.
Force you to clean it.
Tiffany Upton's trying to be funny and or make a joke anyway about what on earth is a tortilla, Felicia?
A tortilla.
Tortilla.
Corn tortilla.
Oh, so do you actually call it a tortilla?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
that's what I was assuming when you said
Gotcha.
tortilla. Was a corn. Pinkies up. Okay.
Could I make a costume from Yu-Gi-Oh? Possibly. One of the reasons I don't do big full costumes on the channel in general is I'm trying to make a single video that is self-contained.
You do props.
So I do props. And also personally, I've always enjoyed the making of the props more than the full costume. And so a lot of my costumes like Mechagodzilla end up being big props.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's kind of how we got to know each other. Is he does props, I do costumes, and props and costumes often overlap, which is awesome.
it is. And it's a really weird line. It's like, how do you define what's a prop and what's a costume? And, versus what's scenery. So it comes down to if an actor walks into a room and picks it up, it is no longer scenery. It is now a prop. If an actor walks into the room, picks it up, and potentially wears it, it might be wardrobe. It might be costume.
If it starts out in the scene, it's a prop. If it starts out on the person, it's a costume.
There you go.
That's the line
that
that
was a-
Lindsay and Felicia drew.
Okay.
That's where, because we
Yeah.
never defined the line. It was
No.
like, I feel comfortable doing this part. Do you mind doing that one? That seems too much.
Yeah, I was fine working like that.
Yeah, that's how we work. But then we kind of had to, we put those things, if it starts out with the person, then
Yep.
it's
Then it's, yes.
a costume. But purses were always props.
Purses were always props. Okay.
For some reason, it's like, no, I don't store that in my
Yeah.
in the costume. So let's go with the props.
That was always a big issue too, is that you're working on a channel like Smosh that's got all this stuff and they're keeping it because you keep pulling it back and reusing it, right? It's smart. You don't want to buy new every single video. you have to store this crap, and you want to be able to find it again next week when you need it last second. So yeah, the what gets stored where within the limited space of the facility was a big deal. And so how to classify sunglasses
Props and costumes.
And purses were always props. And I don't remember hats. I don't remember if those were. I think hats were.
Glasses were costume.
Did they become costume? Okay.
They were costume because I had a whole kit. I had
Okay.
a whole like box of, because you change a character completely by just giving them glasses.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Like those.
I was trying to say sunglasses, I guess, but I don't know.
But you,
Same thing. Okay.
Like I had a.
You
I
had
didn't
it.
like I didn't give those up. I held on to shoes.
Right.
I held on to Smash accessories because it's like I can get into my stuff.
Yeah, easily.
I can get into your stuff
and,
as easily.
And your guys' stuff was way more organized.
Oh yeah, no, it totally. Yeah, that's Paula.
Yeah, that's Paula, totally. But then you got the props, which every individual thing is something different and weird. And how do you store it?
Yeah, no, I worked at a crazy costume shop, so at least I had some experience
Yeah.
of organizing, sorting, storing, and
Right.
using.
I had none.
Yeah, so. But props and costumes, you think you could do, you can, but they overlap. Try this.
Oh, wait, I didn't appreciate this.
What didn't you appreciate?
On Discord, Lee was posting pictures of his Muppets.
Oh,
I saw it go by, and honestly, Lee, I thought that was just the real Kermit.
too legit to quit.
That is awesome. And because Lee's saying that, let me go ahead and save the Kermit image so I can at least share the Kermit image. That he 3D printed the banjo for Kermit. Now I'm trying to spell. Brain says no. Deity with a plan. It's no longer man with a plan. Now it's deity with a plan. They're upgrading.
Hey, as long as someone has a plan. What was it? Sigourney Weaver, if they just they listened to the smart lady with a plan, they would have all survived.
Right? Okay, click over to a different one. Click back. Refresh. Did you save that somewhere weird? Oh.
Did it?
That's interesting.
Working with knit fabrics and foam
Uh-huh.
reminds me of cake and fondant. Because
Yeah.
it's kind of that same... Technically, you could totally use a dart or a style line or cut it and make it just kind of fit the shape. But you can also just kind of gently smoosh it and squish it and like make it a seamless rounded curve. Like fondant.
Like fondant.
Like with fondant. And you pull. But it's that similar techniques. I really should not be on cake box.
Huh. Apparently, it's- whatever graphic file that is that I downloaded from Discord, my device has no interest in using it. Open original. It's a JPEG. Oh, thank you. Problem is save image as. Effing work, please.
No. We're live. It's not going to. It can't.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's precisely the problem. There's save. Maybe I hit cancel. No, it already exists. Yes, please overwrite it. And please figure your stuff out and work. That would be pretty cool.
Never.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, for those of you who are on Discord, go look at Kermit because he's really cool. This is now getting to where I'm going to have to open up other programs in order to make the darn thing work. and
Sorry,
it's just,
people.
Yeah.
We're live. Yay. Only do so much. I absolutely love this stupid glue gun so much. It is great. I love wireless. I was
Yeah.
thinking about it, and if it had a different extruder, the other version of this glue gun, I could see there being some very good places that I would use it.
Uh-huh.
But I
I'm
really
still
do
waiting for
love
the
this setup. I like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, that is great.
this is awesome and cool and all, and I like being able to just keep it on me and just have the glue gun, just not having
Oh.
to separate it.
Right.
But This being the holster and just takes the gun doesn't bother me either. And
No.
I like this so much. And this is 8.
Yeah. The thing is, the weight of the battery, the bulk of the battery, stays on the table.
And not on your wrist.
And it's really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Timothy Upton says, smosh it!
Just smoosh it.
Sean Carg's working on making a brick wall backdrop to shoot videos for his own channel.
Awesome.
Awesome. Anthony M. is asking if I've ever thought about making Lionel's claw shield and Sword of Thundaria. I have made the Sword of Thundaria.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Go look up the video.
Yeah, 2 years ago. No problem. Done!
There you
Well,
go.
what about making Lionel's claw shield? Well, I no longer have the sword, so I have to remake both, and so I'm good. I made
Moved on.
the giant sword that the leader of the cats used, and in order to call all the cats to come to him, he'd turn on the sword and point the giant laser pointer in the sky, and all the cats came running. Which is pretty much how, that sword works.
Where are your green scissors? You're hiding them, aren't you?
Yeah, I think they're in my,
Fabric box?
yeah.
So they're hidden? Okay.
Or actually, they could be in the fabric box over there left over from the con, too.
Okay, well, it's okay. I'm just going to use these ones.
Brent Langford's asking me if I ever thought about remaking the Spider-Man web shooters, but making them actually fire some kind of web. No! And I can tell you exactly why I have no interest in doing that. You'd never be able to use it at a con. You can't take any kind of a con or cosplay prop that fires anything at any con that I know of. It is not allowed. So why? It'd be fun, but you know what? There's a lot of other YouTube channels that have done it, so I'm not going to be able to outdo those guys. Go watch them. They're great. There's guys that have made it work. Am I going to do it? No. Because there's creative ways of maybe trying to make it work, like a cork gun or something else.
Like a string or...
Yeah, but you can't use silly string at cons because it makes a mess and it gets mashed into the carpet and they get fined for cleanup. You can't use any kind of smoke or vape pen effect because it can set off the smoke alarms and then everyone has to evacuate the building.
Use a smoke pencil, people. It's for checking the smogs.
Right, but technically
Yeah.
you can't use those.
No, I know, but just...
Yeah.
Need to.
There are cons that I've gone to where any weapon prop you have can't have a working trigger at all, or have ever had a working trigger at all. And so to make anything that has any of those aspects to it, you're just making something that you can't take. So why make it? I mean,
You think about this too much.
I'm
but it's
thinking
fun.
about it from the point of view of going to a con. If you want to make something, just go out in the backyard and shoot. Dude, go for it. And there's lots of awesome videos that do it. I don't want to do it because it's just not my thing. And I'm not really set up to be that engineering. I'm a crafty costume guy.
Prop guy.
Prop guy. And so that's the reason why. And I'm not trying to be super negative. If Smosh asked, I would have figured it out.
Right?
Because that's a different animal. That's doing something for a video shoot. But my channel very much, in my opinion, evolved to doing something that somebody could do to go do a cosplay somewhere. And I don't want to... Just so partially why I do like making everything out of foam is the lightweight of it. Stormbreaker for Avengers Endgame was made out of milled aluminum and weighed 70 pounds because when Chris picked it up, it made him super beefcake and made him look good. But you know what? When the take was over, he put it down. If you go to a con, you can't put it down. You're carrying it around all day.
Yes, props.
So you need to make it lightweight so you can carry it for 5 hours, 6 hours. So to make it really heavy and feel good is good, and put it back down again. So I don't do that either. I mean, you can carry it around all day, but trust me, even if it weighs 5-10 pounds, it wears on you.
Even a boa wears on you, and that's just feathers.
Yeah.
Carrying a feather boa around is annoying.
Right.
And anyone who's done it, don't disagree.
Right.
The trick is safety pin it to your sleeves or
Right.
the top of your gloves.
So it gets away from your neck.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
not on your neck, and then also you don't have to hold on to it because holding on to it in your elbows or holding on to
Yep.
it on you, it's hot. It's annoying.
Yeah.
And it's fun to have. It's a great prop, but
Oh, they are.
you just, any prop, you either hook it to yourself or make it a place to hang because it's annoying. Props get lost, especially when you're having fun. Mm-hmm. The more fun you have, the more likely you're going to lose your...
And also the heavy things, if you are carrying it around, you can see that you're getting tired towards the end of the day, and now you're not in character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just so many,
But also at
in
the
my
end of the
mind,
day.
so many things to make lightweight props for the reasons for doing it.
I think I should have built this cake up a little bit higher because I don't quite have enough space for the eyeballs I wanted to make. Need to
I
chop
forgot how long context it takes to dry.
on foam.
On foam, yeah. On this type of foam, yes. I haven't worked with this type of foam in a little while. And I keep talking, so you're way ahead of me.
No, I also have a smaller, like, little foam piece that I'm working on, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it anyways.
It doesn't matter.
I need these.
It'll be good. Brent Langford's asking, where can you find 16th inch thick Sintra sheets? If not Sintra, some other relatively easy to cut plastic sheets, perhaps. Honestly, 1/8 inch is the thinnest that I could find locally at Tap Plastics. 16th inch, I don't know if they sell it. One place you could look for that are the places that make custom signs, because Sintra gets used for printing on temporary signage all the time. So that is a place you could go to, places that make, yard signs and political signs and things. And oftentimes, a lot of those are done with a corrugated plastic that looks like cardboard, but made out of milk jug plastic. But still, whatever. That's one thought. You want something easy to cut that's 1/16 of an inch thick or thinner. Again, Tap Plastics, Interstate Plastics, look for a sheet plastic supplier, and they all sell high impact styrene. This is the same plastic the model kits are made of, that Gunpla is made. Well, Gunpla is a lot of ABS, but
Plastic signs.
that's that plastic, and it is easy, not as easy to cut as Sintra necessarily, because it's a denser material, but it is easy to cut. It is the classic kit bashing Starship material. And it's very easy to glue. There's lots of different glues that'll glue styrene. So that's one you can get. That'll be thinner. I would be concerned that 16th inch Sintra would break very easy, because we made Joe's knees for the Gundam are made out of Sintra, trying to keep things lightweight.
Yeah.
Well, he tripped and managed to split the kneecap on one of them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which would be really horrible if he was a human, but it was a costume, so we'll take the leg apart, put in a new kneecap, and whatever. But and that was done out of, I think, 1/4 inch Sintra. So, Someone says, was it Man of the Plan used to be terrified of puppets as a kid?
Right?
Understandable.
People in mascot costumes used to terrify
There's
me.
that weird living doll thing. It's like, what?
Let me see. Sleepy. Angry. Happy. No.
Angry.
Gotta be careful about the angry eyes,
Don't forget to pack your angry eyes.
Right? And I packed your angry eyes just in case.
Just in case. Okay, I got way too much of a slant going on with that one.
Oh well.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, kooky feeling.
Try again.
Here we go. This one's narrow enough.
Okay, now I need to get... You thought this far, but you didn't think it. You got this far, but we're not out yet.
Now I think it needs a little bit thicker. What am I doing? I don't know yet.
I'm trying to figure out how to make the back of the head at this point a little bit. Oh, okay. Thomas Hughes TV is saying, "Hey Odin, what do you think about the vortex manipulator from the modern Doctor Who? The vortex manipulator is cool. If I'm remembering the correct name of that's the wrist thing that the time agent had, right? That's Captain Jack Harkness's. That's the vortex manipulator. Because the other one was just his blaster wasn't the vortex manipulator. That was just a different gun that was a digital age and could make square holes, which I thought was also fun. He set his blaster to make a square hole." Huh. But yeah, it's like a leather wrap.
It's his.
Yeah, you know it's his. Brick Boy is saying, if you've ever heard of Dead by Daylight, you should make the Trickster's Head Smasher prop. It's a really cool weapon. I have heard of Dead by Daylight, but I've only heard of it. I haven't played it. Pretty sure it's a game, right? Dead by Daylight. No, all of a sudden now am I thinking the wrong thing? That's not a movie. Yeah. Oh, Nimbles is asking, what is that blue ring thing next to the Rick and Morty portal gun? The blue ring thing is my favorite protractor. So it's do I have well, maybe I'll reach over here and make this go tighter zoom. Is that going to work?
It's right here on my. There you go.
Yeah, I just hadn't clicked over to it yet. So this is the same idea as a as the half circle protractor you're used to seeing, but as a full circle, I can set my center point and then adjust, and then it'll tell me what my angles are. So yeah, this was like a $3 protractor at Blick Art Materials. Like, yeah, I want that. That's pretty cool. So able to draw your straight line here. You get to know where your 0 point is right in the very, very, very center. And so I could draw my line, and then I could set to, all right, I want that to be, my whatever degrees, 36 degrees. So I set, and then I can move the line and then draw it again, and I get my exact angle that I want. So what is that blue circle? It's a protractor. Well, let me just cycle back through all the cameras because I know what I'm doing.
One more little tiny circle. Where did I lose it? There's a little black foam circle somewhere in here. Good luck finding it. Never mind.
So a little black foam circle besides those?
Yeah, well, these ones are thick. There's one that's thinner.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, no, I know.
Did it hit the floor?
No, it's gone. It's okay. I can cut another one
that way?
faster than I can.
Faster than you can find it, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I live that.
There's some truth.
I think I'll just...
Copy that same one again and do it at the back dome.
Yeah, basically, I'll just cut it straight down the sides and just kind of make a big on the back. Mm-hmm. Not worry too much about it.
Yeah, I don't have a back either, but I figured I could do a puppet wig.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I was planning on doing, is bulking up the top part.
I think I might.
Although now I'm kind of leaning on, I want to do a whale or a dinosaur.
More than...
No. A self puppet, because those are harder to make.
A little bit. I'm still just kind of not quite Guy Smiley, but I'm just kind of going with the basic. Yeah, it's going to be a puppet with a domed head and a pair of eyes and a hair, and we'll all just agree that, yeah, that's supposed to be Odin. I'm not trying to make something that looks like a caricature of me.
Yeah,
no. Time to huff glue fumes again. Tiffany it up and says, make an over-engineered sundial. Why do the dishes when you can just cut them up? Dragon Gamer 101 chimes in saying, hi, Odin and Felicia.
Well, hello.
Hello, Dragon Gamer.
Super glue.
Nimblues says, I think he said Nimbles before, but Nimblues. That is one cool blue ring thing. It'd be hard to find tools like those in Finland. Oh, okay. We don't really have any arts and crafts stores around. Really? Oh, bummer. You should be able to order it.
There is no arts and crafts for you.
No arts and crafts for you. Should be able to have it order it and have it delivered, I suppose. May cost more than $3, which is what, €2, whatever.
I wonder if they sell it on Amazon.
I imagine they probably do. I bet I can see a manufacturer's name on it. So instead of just trying to look up blue ring thing, which isn't going to get you anywhere.
Using perfect circles makes it look a lot nicer.
You know what? This doesn't have manufacturer's marks on it.
Let me see.
Oh, there it is. Helix.
Helix?
Yeah, Helix. It's right in the center. So coming back towards the microphone. Apparently this is made by Helix. So
Hope that helps.
hope that helps. And it is available in multiple colors. I just bought the blue one.
I love how you can just slightly change the line on an eyeball and it goes from unimpressed to sad to happy to angry. Like
Stoned. Right.
to crazy, and it's all on how you put the eyeballs on.
This is awesome. Robert C. came in with a super chat with a nice old quote. Nanu, nanu.
Nanu.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is, right? Nanu, 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 right? Being asked if I can make Loki's dagger. That's been on the possibilities list for a while. The protractor is an over-engineered sundial. Yes. Yes, it is. Anthony M., did you grow up watching Giant Robot, Ultraman, or Space Giants? Yes. So I grew up in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area in California. So on the East Bay side. San Francisco is the West Bay side. And there was a local television host, Bob Wilkins, and on the afternoon at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, he came on as a science fiction persona, which was Captain Cosmic. And Captain Cosmic would take Ultraman movies, Godzilla movies, or episodes of Kamen Rider, and all those types of things, and he would show them on his channel. And he would talk a little bit about what they were and other random things. And so, yeah, totally watched all that stuff and enjoyed it. The reason I know anything about Ultraman is because of watching Captain Cosmic. And that kind of worked out as well. I worked into watching that as well because of I had already seen a lot of Godzilla movies, and he would play Godzilla. So hey, that was my in. That's what got me to watch the show. It was just a local television host, cheesy UHF, which means nothing to anybody. Television host. Elvira is certainly one of the most famous of that type of a host. Bob Wilkins was the same type of person, but didn't quite have the star power that Elvira had. So
Probably didn't look as good in her dress.
I doubt Bob looked anywhere near as good as Bob's big thing was to sit in a big, comfortable leather chair and smoke a cigar and talk about the monster movies. Yeah.
I loved it when Cookie Monster would do that.
And I think that may have been parodying him.
Yeah.
And about 20 years ago, while Bob was still alive, somebody set up a Bob Wilkins concert here in Sacramento. And they gave him a chair, and he got up on stage.
Did he put on the smoking jacket?
He put on the smoking jacket, and he held on to an unlit cigar, and he did his whole shtick on the stage. It was like at the Fox and Goose or something, which is
I love that place.
Yeah, it's a local place. So it wasn't a huge event thing, but it was just awesome to actually get to see Bob do Bob's thing again. And my friend Scott brought his 16mm film collection. And so they set up the projector, and they would watch 10 minutes worth of something. And then when Scott had to change the reels over, Bob would talk about either what we watched or talk about something else or talk to the crowd. And that's what we did for 2 hours. And it was freaking great. Just watching old TV commercials or Reel B from an episode of Star Trek or whatever. It was great. Brent Langford is coming in saying, thank you so much for your advice and suggestions, Odin. You've actually been a huge help to me as an amateur prop maker and artist. Thank you. You're very welcome. I've been watching your videos since your Hellboy hand. Awesome vid. Thank you. I still have that Hellboy hand, and I do like that prop a lot. So TP Seeker apparently has not been with us from the beginning, a little bit. But TP Seeker is saying, hey, can you tell us the story again? Hey, Odin, since you mentioned your past, how did you and Felicia meet, and what was your first project together? We met when I got to join the crew that was making Smosh. So I became part of the art department for making episodes of Smosh. Felicia was already there working.
Well, when I started, I was key PA.
Key PA, right. But I think you were wardrobe when I started.
Yeah, I was wardrobe. Because I was key PA doing wardrobe when they needed it.
Okay.
And then eventually they turned into they needed it.
All
like
the time,
full-time,
right.
And then it turned out they needed it like a department head. It got really crazy really fast.
It did.
So
It did.
You got in there right when we were starting to get crazy. When I was just doing costumes and not doing the PAing and costuming. So we met... He was doing props, I was doing wardrobe, so you were doing all the sets and things. And I don't remember what's the first project we worked on.
The first couple projects we worked on, I was still pretty much doing... I came in as a grip initially.
Yeah.
Because I did some funky light stuff for Beyond Geek. And so Ivan brought me in as a grip. And I very quickly took over art department from Chris.
Yeah.
Not that we kicked Chris out.
No, but he had
Chris's
his life going
changed.
on
Yeah.
and things changed. And yeah. I remember all of that crazy transition, and then you had to go get a better job
Well,
that actually paid bills.
Yeah, it actually could support my family. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but you didn't leave, so I was glad. But that was how we met. Is we both were working for Smosh. I was doing wardrobe, and Odin was doing props, and I would always get into your stuff.
Yeah. Come in with all sorts of side quests. And no, I don't remember what the first episode was.
No, I don't remember the first time I met you.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm sorry.
It was it late 13 or late 14? No, I don't remember even that for 100%.
It could have been both, because I definitely was there in 13.
Yeah.
I remember the first big project where I was like, I need some help.
Right.
Was the every superhero ever, because I had a lot of superhero costumes to do and needed an original
That was
one. And not my proudest episode, not going to lie.
Right.
I did work really hard on it, but it...
You did, and I tried to help, and...
but it is what it is, and we survived.
We survived, and people laughed, and it was absurd, and that's really all it needed to be.
Right?
And that was one of the weird things, too. So, right, like you say, things really got crazy and hectic with Smosh. When I came in, working art department, working Smosh props, there was this joke of it looks really crappy because it's a Smosh prop.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. However, shortly after I got there, and it wasn't my fault, that wasn't okay anymore.
Yeah, same with costumes.
Same with costumes?
Yeah, no, we had specific characters that were like beloved characters that you don't change, like Anus's mustache.
Mustache.
It had to be that crappy one.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where anytime I saw that mustache in novelty shops or stores, I would buy the whole package, like every package they had, so that we had that. Or I'd call Ryan up, be like, yo, they have it at this place.
Yeah, I need to get more. Yeah.
Yeah, but, so some of it needed to be that cheese, but some of it they were trying to up their quality as much as they could, and so I really liked that they gave me that leeway, but we still had that, it's a comedy, it's a costume, and it's fun. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day. So, yeah. But I don't know what I really don't remember what the first one.
I really don't remember the first one was, no.
Oh.
It's a fine question.
Right?
But,
so
because I can remember some of the early ones, but even then, I just remember some of the setups I had to do.
Right?
Not what we were doing. Like, there was somebody had to get angry and they had to throw their smoothie against the wall. And so I had to put together a cup full of like green fluid, right? So you could see that something splashed. It was supposed to be the smoothie. Oh, yeah.
It got on my thumb and I ruined my... Oh, it peeled off. Okay.
Okay, good. So we had to set up a separate prop wall that could get hit with this juice concoction because we want to throw it in the house. Had to light it. I had to set up a cheesy painting on it that could fall down to show that more action happened. It wasn't just a splat. And then I ended up going out and buying a few styrofoam cups and then very lightly cut the inside of all the cups. So when it hit, it would actually splat. It wouldn't just pop the lid off.
I didn't know that extra effort was put into those stupid cups.
All
but
that extra
I remember
effort.
anytime there was like a blood or mess in the scene, my stomach would just kind of get in knots until after we're done filming it because it's like, do you have another one? We need a reset.
No.
And I only I have sometimes I'll be like, all right, I bought 3. We have 3 chances to get this. If it doesn't happen, we'll have to wash and we'll see if we can try it again once things dry. But yeah.
But yeah, no, all that weird extra effort went into just that one gag, and I think they ended up using the first take. It was one of those things like I did it, and it splatted right, and the picture fell, and it all happened, and they were like, well, that was kind of perfect. Maybe a little quick. Can we go ahead and do it again as a safety? Sure.
That doesn't bother me. If it happens the first one and we're getting a safety, whew. Now if it doesn't happen the first one and we're trying again, and I only have one more after, I start sweating.
Oh yeah.
Get nervous.
I remember the big concern I had, especially when I was on set. I mean, when I became distant and I wasn't on set, it was a little easier to be distant. I didn't want the production waiting on me. That was my big fear, is that we get down and we've got 25 people on set, because it got up to be that big, with a full cast and director and sound guy and wardrobe and PAs, and it got to be like 25 people. I didn't want that many salaries waiting on me.
Like, who are we? Like, we're not waiting on wardrobe, we're waiting on, you know?
Right. I don't care if we're waiting on lights, because they have to be set up that day anyway, so that's normal. But as long as we're not waiting on my paint to dry, great.
Right. You're not waiting on people to get dressed. We're not waiting. Like, sometimes it's just been like, there's a quick change. There's no way we could do this. Let's just plan accordingly. Once we figured that out, I think things got a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like, just accepting that bulb caps take like 5 hours to install.
Yeah, if you want to put it on and not see it.
Right? Or are we doing this
do it
cheesy?
in half an hour, and you're just going to see a big old across the forehead.
Right.
Oh, sweet. Robert C. says, I first discovered this channel in 2019 when I wanted to learn to make a foam sword, and this helped me make my first and only prop. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Robert.
Only prop so far.
So far, yes.
So far. Your worst day ever. So far.
What are we doing here? Flame Dragonman asked, did you make any of the props for The Legend of Zelda or the Assassin's Creed's rap videos? This is specific for Smosh. Yes, to both of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed was my very first video that I worked on.
Yep, the
Tomahawk Chop.
Tomahawk Chop.
Was my very first episode that I worked on. I did not do the main costume. That was Jackie. She did an amazing job. She built the tomahawk and things like that. There's strings everywhere. Sorry, it just like hot glue.
Hot glue.
But I did I started out where Paula came into the costume shop. She needed a bunch of costumes for this video game thing, and James was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, ooh, I like that game. I know what you're talking about. So she came in and had me help her pick out all the outfits for the background characters. And then she needed somebody to actually like come in and help with the background characters, and so that's kind of how I got started on Smosh. Is they actually had a chance to like bring on new people,
right?
And that's when they brought me on, was for the Assassin's Creed one. And then the next year, I built the entire Assassin's Creed outfits, the one when they're on the pirate ship.
Right.
Ian and Anthony's outfits I made from scratch, based off of drawings, because the video game hadn't come out yet. They only gave me some concept art, and I had to do my very best to make it look
nice, like
it did. But I also chickened out and said, I can't do that. What are they called? The wrist things. The wrist knives.
The wrist knives, right.
What?
The hidden blades.
The hidden blades.
Yeah.
I from the last year, I was like, I'm not going to be able to make all these outfits and figure out how to do those. And so we ended up using the toy ones for that, which was so much easier.
Yeah.
So much
There's
easier.
no reason not to use the toy one.
But part of me wants to go back and see if I could as a challenge, but
Right.
I totally ducked that challenge, and I do not regret it.
Well, no, you had a...
Yeah.
That one had an extended production period, I think. That wasn't the typical 4 days. But,
No, I actually had time to do, like, I built the... Well, originally I was told we were going to be getting those costumes, and then we didn't get those costumes, so I had to last minute throw those ones together. So
Right.
they weren't, like, last minute. I had 2 weeks to work on them.
Okay.
But it wasn't like... I knew about that project, like, 2 months in advance, and I started working on everything else, but I was told that part I wouldn't have to worry about, and then...
surprise!
But it was a good surprise, because I was like, yes.
Worry about it. Yes. And we reused the pirate ship set pieces the entire time I was there because they had built a very elaborate inside of the pirate ship, and they still had all the big brick walls left over from the Tomahawk Chop.
Yeah.
And those things got reused constantly
All the
in
time.
creative ways to make new sets.
Well, they're like, take advantage of, we have a budget for this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Let's buy things we can use so we can have better sets and better props and better costumes. Except for, like, the specific costumes you couldn't, like...
All right, Groot, I'm sorry. It says, Odin started heavy machinery during Felicia's answer.
Oh, so you couldn't get us here?
So did you not hear what her answer was? I'm sorry.
Okay. But Tomahawk Chop was when I started. And then the other Assassin's Creed video was the next year that I got to do more of the...
Gotcha.
I was actually, like, the wardrobe department.
Right.
You know, like, yay! They hired me after that one. You know, after the
Right,
first
you got
one.
to keep it. Yes,
Got
which
to
is
stay
cool.
around, yeah.
Vaughn Woodland, who's a name I remember. Hi, Odin and Pretty Felicia.
Aw.
Awesome to see you guys back on the live stream. I was worried that you'd gone missing in action. There were 3 different Comic-Cons that happened weekends in a row. And so I was out of town. Well, one was in town, but I was at the con 3 Sundays in a row. And in fact, it is... there probably isn't going to be a live stream next week either. We haven't really bid a whole thing on that, but right now I'm supposed to be going out of town, so I don't expect to be doing a live stream next week. But it's that's the only reason why there's no live stream is I'm not available. And I keep joking, you're welcome to come in and do one, but she likes having Sundays off too.
No, I do enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
My life has been gotten a little crazy. Part of the reason why my new video isn't out yet.
Right.
Things are about to calm down, so
That's cool.
We'll be good.
Yeah.
I'll be good.
I'll be good.
I'll be good. I made puppet eyeballs.
Oops.
I feel like they're
Come on,
rolling their
try.
eyes without even trying.
Right.
Puppet eyes. I love how you just twist the eyes and it's angry or happy.
Uh-huh. Squid Stick is asking if I have any tips for hiding seams.
On what?
Oh, good. And Vaughn's happy to hear that we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're not going anywhere. I mean, I'm going out of town, but we're not leaving. So any tips on hiding seams on what? I assume on foam. I don't know. My assumption would be hiding seams on foam because you're asking me. But yeah, it kind of depends on exactly how you want to go about hiding
I saw
it.
this. It was making me laugh.
Yep.
So I'm like, can I have some?
Right. It's not that bad. This is a new product called Gap Fill-Up. It is a flexible putty material that was sent to me from
Stupid monkey?
Prop Monkey Studios. No, Stupid Monkey's a patron. Prop Monkey Studios. And that is actually really cool. It is a flexible paste made specifically for EVA foam. It's got a good... They sent us a bunch of testing materials first. This one's got a really good...
It feels like a foam clay.
Yeah,
It like has a good, like what you
Yeah.
need it to do to...
It's like a super
Like
sticky
smoosh.
foam clay,
Yeah.
right? And when it dries, it's got a good sanding to it. One of the testing ones they sent us was harder to sand than the foam it was attached to, which doesn't work out, right? Because the softer material is going to go first. Another one I like to use is called Alex Fast Dry. This is a flexible spackle. It's available in a tube and in a yogurt container tub. I like the one that comes in the tub. It is a bit more like a plaster, more like frosting. The one in the tube is more like Quick Seal, which Quick Seal works for hiding scenes, but Quick Seal is an acrylic caulking material, and you can't sand it. Alex Fast Dry, you can sand. William Shakespeare uses it all the time in his channel now, which I think is pretty cool. So those are a couple of the things that I really like to use for hiding seams, but generally speaking, I don't stress on it as much. And I probably should stress on it more than I do, but I don't. So it's kind of, yeah, well, seams happen. One of the biggest problems with Plastidip and contact cement and seams is that they are all the same. Plastidip and contact cement have the same base solvents. So you can get a really perfect seam glued together, and it looks great as the foam, and you apply Plastidip to it, and because of the tension, it opens up because Plastidip is softening up the contact cement. This just happened last night with me trying to Plastidip what I was working on last night. There's not much you can do about when it starts happening. There's not much you can do about stopping it. The only thing you can do is try to put a barrier over it, but now you're adding to your perfect seam. So, you put a little bit of white glue, you put a little bit of Alex Fast Dry, you put a little bit of super glue, because it doesn't take much. You need the smallest, thinnest of barriers, and the two won't, because Plastidip dries very quickly, so the two won't interact. But it's a thing. So seams are fun. Something I've done for superhero suits in the past is I was working with yoga mats, right, which have a lot more tension than EVA foam does when you're doing a curve. The contact cement worked, and I was able to get what I wanted, but I had to go back with a low-temp hot glue gun, and I went over the seams, and then I took the slick paper backing from labels, and I would mash that down over the hot glue in order to make everything smooth. And when the hot glue cooled, it would peel off, and then I Plastidiped over it, and it was smooth enough and whatnot that you couldn't really see it through the Plastidip, and that kept the seams from popping open. And that's how I did the Beyond Geek super suit.
In all reality, it's not till you get there that this would even make sense, because you're like,
Right.
And then you get to it, and you're like,
oh, yeah, exactly. She was trying to give me all sorts of advice on how to wear Mechagodzilla, having had tons of experience with mascot costumes. And the big thing was wear thermal underwear underneath it. And it's only because you're basically wearing a giant napkin. You're wearing a giant towel, and it'll help absorb all the sweat. Well, all I could think of is thermal underwear makes me hot. I don't want to wear that. Wearing foam, you're going to be hot anyway. So, totally right. I need to wear some sort of absorbing giant body sock underneath.
Shoes and socks, people. Shoes and socks.
Underneath my Mechagodzilla, because otherwise sweat drips out of the costume while I'm wearing it, and it's disgusting.
Right? Okay. I like that shape. That's a great shape for the front of the head.
Thank you. I'm just trying to get
It to stay.
push the face out a little bit so he's a little more of a predator and less of prey.
Yeah. I got my eyeballs done, but I thought I had left a wig here, but I didn't, so I guess it doesn't get to make it in.
You probably did. We're not trying to finish today, are we?
No,
Because we're done.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're done today. I just was trying to get pieces gathered
Gotcha.
so I could see, because you kind of start building things. I made eyeballs.
Yeah.
I think these eyeballs turned out great. I'm not really done with the face yet. I need to get... It's not going to stay black in the mouth. It has to be... I think I'm going to do purple and red for the uvula. For the uvula. I want to add some hair, but I think I want to build this up a little bit more.
Okay.
Because I totally can. This will pop right off. It just needs to be a little bit higher so there's room for the eyeballs. See, if I threw in one more thing, it's enough.
Okay.
Without it, it's not quite enough.
Gotcha.
The size of the spoons, because I didn't pull the spoons out to get started.
Right.
Had I started accessorizing before I got to it, I probably would have.
And I was watching you play with the spoons and made me realize, I need a more forward-facing face than what I had.
Yeah, I'll give you some pretty eyeballs. There.
Yeah. And need a nose. Need to make a nose.
It looks. This is much better of a scale. I think this is too small. I think this is the better scale. If we do that camera, it shows it off pretty well.
Hi, I'm an animated hat.
But it's crazy how she could go from dopey to droopy to hate to angry
Right.
to, like it totally changes.
God. Okay, if Lee's still watching, I know he remembers the name. Is the members of the Dr. Teeth. Who's the female bassist for Dr. Teeth from the Muppet Show? Because all of a sudden this was looking like her to me. Although I don't think she has pupils. I think she's got really low stoned eyes.
Well, that's what I was going to do, but I was trying not to make it look high or angry. So I added the pupils, and I think it helps.
It helps.
It's really weird having them not completely level. All of a sudden, they go goofy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kara Skywalker says, it's almost 2 p.m. Yes, well, now that I noticed your comment, it is 2 p.m., which means now is the time when we get to start
With our long goodbye.
with our long goodbyes. Although we probably need to do a shorter goodbye
Yeah,
today.
I
because
gotta get out of here.
You've got an appointment.
Yes.
So it is 2 o'clock. Kara, thank you very much for pointing that out and timing it so perfectly for me to notice at the right time.
I love this glue gun. This glue gun's awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you guys. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for all of you, Robert and Ed Vixen and I think Vance, all who came in with super chats today. Yes. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you, Joe, who got a duct tape coffee going, and there was a link posted a ways up in the chat there for Teespring in order to get your own duct tape coffee merch. So it's our first
So you can
live
spill
stream.
it all over your project.
Yes, our first live stream merch. Actually, Wirehead Laboratories has some friends here locally in town that might be able to make sticker sheets. Yeah, because that's what they do. They make like the old Sandy Lion and the old you go buy the sheets of just little stickers you can peel off. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what they do themselves.
No, I love stickers.
Yeah, so it's like I want to
But when
get
you're
a
grown
live
up,
stream
you call them
sticker sheet.
decals.
Yes, they're labels.
That's from
Decals.
DuckTales.
That's
Launchpad. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
I was thinking
look at all
Crash
these
Pad.
stickers. Yeah. Yeah. But when you're a grown up, you call them decals.
Call them decals.
Yes.
Oh, Janice is the Muppet and Dr. Teeth. Thank you, DJ Stumpy.
Janice. Yes, it's totally
That is
Janice
it.
because it's like Janis Joplin.
Oh, duh. There's a connection that I never made. And there's animals on drums. Oh yeah, we're all going to talk about the members of Dr. Teeth. Strict Aphid, great stream, guys. Thank you, Strict Aphid. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week, I think we'll finish these up with whatever else we find in the shop, and I won't cheat and bring things.
Whatever.
Although I might.
You might. Because, if you bring things and drop it off, and then it's like, oh, hey, look what I found in the shop. Also, something to point out, you did say next week.
Oh, yeah, next week. We're not doing next week.
We're actually not going to be live streaming next week. I'm going out of town. Felicia's could actually use the time to get something else accomplished. That sounds really mean. There's stuff that's coming up. Life has hit her like a truck, so it's time to go deal with the truck. She's doing good. It's not a bad thing. It's just anyway.
Life it takes a lot of energy, doesn't it?
It does. I say this every time it's ever happened. However, if by some miracle I'm able to do a really short live stream at noon next week on Sunday with where I'm at, I absolutely will. I will pack the materials so I can. It all depends on cell signal, but
the following week
we'll be back. We'll be playing with puppets again. I'm going slow enough. I don't think I'll get it done in one more episode, but
really, I could probably finish this up today.
Well, if you want to take over,
I have to go. I have to go. But yes,
Yes.
We'll have a few streams of finishing up our self puppets.
Our self puppets. So I know that there's going to be lots of different ways you can make a puppet or a Muppet from foam or other oddball things that you find in your shop. But this. Blah, blah, blah.
Whale. This looks like a whale or a ghost. A dinosaur. There you go. It's a long neck.
I'm a dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur.
All right. Puppets.
These will become more puppety as we go.
We swear. We swear. Okay.
The talking hat. Okay, we're having too much fun. But
We're having too much fun. But we do have to go. Thank you guys very much for sticking around with us. Thank you so much to the Super Chat. Thank you so much to the patrons who make this show possible. I say that at the end of the episodes. That's not lip service. I'm actually in a shop in the Sacramento Media Center, and I'm able to afford the space because of the support that you guys give. So seriously, when I say this show is possible because of you, it really is. I don't have the space at home to do this, and if I didn't have my patrons, I wouldn't have a show. So thank you guys, all of you guys, very much. And for those of you who aren't patrons, I'm not trying to single you out, because simply watching, liking, subscribing, that's a huge help too. So thank you, everyone who's stuck around to be doing this part of the spiel.
Yeah, because without you guys, Odin would not be able to make a proper week.
That's
it would
right.
be down to...
It'd be back to me having a real job and doing this as a hobby on the side.
That's me. I have a real job doing this as a hobby on the side. So, time, he has it for you guys, because of you guys. So
Because of
thank
you guys. So, yeah, totally.
Ready to go.
I think I'm ready to go.
All right.
All right.
Bye, people. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Are they
Bye-bye.
gone yet? My
No.
cheeks are killing.
No, so I gotta figure out which window I gotta go click to in order to make this effect. Oh, here we are. There's this button here that says end stream. I think that one does it. End. I forgot there's a check.